2, 1. And welcome to my podcast that I have not named yet.
I was about to say, is there a name yet?
I want to call it the Damiano Dimension. I really do.
I like it.
But
Double D's.
can you spell it?
D-A-M-I-A-N-O.
Took you too long. It's my thing.
Damiano.
I feel like it should be like Joe
I
Rogan
have a little
podcast.
bit
Like
more
you
problem
know how to
with
spell Joe
dimension.
Rogan. You don't have to look it up.
The
Double
Joe
D's.
Rogan
It's called the double
experience.
D. So I'm here with Parker Seaton.
Yes.
Enough small talk. Now let's get into it. What were we talking about? You were talking about CNN.
Nick Sandman.
Nick. Okay,
So-
explain it to me because it's the dude from that wore the MAGA hat at the Indian. Explain it.
Well, I don't know. Where were they at? The Washington Capitol? Something like that. But he was with a private school,
Covington Catholic High
Covington Catholic High
School.
School,
On a field trip to
on a field trip.
They're on a field trip.
Anyways, they were just sitting out there while there was, I guess this is kind of a public place where a lot of protests happen
Uh-huh.
every day. So there was something going on with a Native American group, I think.
Yes, it was the leader of one of the tribes.
Yeah, a leader of the tribe.
Keep telling me. I'm gonna go check on
And-
the video.
He was banging his drum,
He's banging.
going at it. And you know high school kids, they're going to want to make a joke out of anything.
He was
So,
already wearing a MAGA hat.
yeah, he was. Well, most of them were because they were in Washington, D.C. They're selling them on every corner. I mean,
In 2017.
it's 2017, just after the election. They're going to be buying the hats, you know. They're not cool anymore,
Right.
but that's another topic. But I guess the angles that the people recording were hitting made it look like that Nick Sandman guy was right in front of him, stopping him from going
Yeah,
places.
it looked like he was being a bigot or something, right?
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
The Lincoln Memorial and the Native American in question is Nathan Phillips.
Nathan
Beginning of
Phillips,
his
yeah.
name is Chance.
Who's a known liar, by the way,
Yes,
on
has
other
been
topics.
proven.
Wasn't he? Didn't he go to Vietnam?
Yes,
He lied about
he's
Vietnam.
He
he
lied
said
about
he went to
Vietnam.
Vietnam.
Yeah, yeah,
did
yeah.
not
Okay,
go to
and
Vietnam.
CNN slandered him. Is that what
Yes.
it is?
Yes, and I guess
The
a
family-
slander case just
they just
completed today for 275 million
His family sued CNN. It was like CNN, NBC,
shekels.
NBC
Like
Universal,
shekels.
and the Washington Post, and they settled for 275.
Bro, CNN can slander me any day.
Why be a
if I
pro
got
athlete
270
whenever you can
million.
just get slandered by CNN? And then
Right, dude.
boom.
Take that settlement.
Imagine having that. Imagine having 270
You can
million
live
dollars in high
Very
school.
comfortably off $1 million a year. That kid's done
That kid's
for
probably like 18 now.
yeah,
Fuck
probably
school.
what a graduation present.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
275 mil just straight
You don't even have to
bank
go to
account.
college anymore. You could buy a college.
He probably will go to college. His parents probably make him. Private
Sure.
school kid.
Yeah,
Paid all that money.
yeah. Let's talk about World War III.
Oh,
We in it or not?
I don't know. The memes are kind of dying out, so it sounds like we're not.
I don't
I think
think so.
Iran backed down.
Yeah.
The Secretary of the Army Staff Sergeant of the Army. Want to put that on a shirt.
Was heard very loudly and clearly, but they're not reporting it, so I think they might be dying down. I think they
Wow.
saw that and were
Yeah.
like,
I
maybe
know.
this isn't the greatest idea. Going to
Yeah.
the United States.
I mean, they really don't have like they're number 16. in
So
the
help
world.
me
Number
God,
16
someone else
people.
will raise your sons and daughters.
Yeah, that's
Get
crazy,
that.
dude.
Tattooed on me.
I always thought I was scared for a minute because I thought some major players were gonna get into it because Russia's been messing with Ukraine
Well,
forever.
that was something that bothered me the entire time was how people were saying it's World War III, when it was really America and
mini
Iran.
war. It's a mini
it
scuffle.
was what's been going on for the past like 20 years.
Yeah.
It's one Call of Duty map.
Maybe
essentially.
Russia would get on in on
Maybe,
it.
and then
Ukraine
China,
takes some flack
China's
like they
been really
did.
pissed off with us with what we've been doing lately because they were having all those civil riot stuff
Yeah.
and we like banned like Trump did something with the trade to mess with their
I
trade.
think for like some kind of embargo and some kind
And
of
China's really mad about that. So there was a lot of factors at that time that seemed that it might be able to go off, but
Yeah. It just sucks that so many people had to lose their lives over. Yeah, it's pretty petty stuff. Like,
yeah,
especially like the Ukrainian flight. I think
Canada, if anything,
150
should
how
be
many was it?
super pissed.
Wasn't it within like an hour of takeoff?
Yeah,
Yeah.
and it was like
All the-
immediately
All
almost.
the airports were closed, right?
and Iran just says, "Oops."
Well, they weren't closed, but
They were
from, as
flying
far
out.
as I know, there was high officials on that flight. They're not saying much about it, but that flight that left from Tehran to
Oh yeah, it was the
Ukraine,
only flight going out of
it was
Iran.
literally just high. What I think is that it was high class, like officials
Yeah,
going
Oh.
from capital to capital.
uh-huh.
And that plane, they say it was mistakenly shot down.
Still,
What,
that's a
14
lot of
yeah.
people. I
it was
think
like
the
66 Canadians too.
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying.
Canada should be pissed.
Yeah, and Canada has no part in this whatsoever.
what stunned me was how many people died because I don't know what plane that would be. The C-130 that crashed.
It was
In
unintentionally
Chile?
shot down.
Yeah, that came out. Yeah, the C-130 that crashed in Chile that was taking workers to an oil rig.
Mhm.
I think it was loaded down with people and only 88 of them. That's only 88 passengers. But on this one, it was 175.
176. This is
176,
They're
yeah.
saying it was a human error. Those missiles being shot.
You can't say that's
That's
human
a-
error though.
That's
Yeah.
the saying. Investigation found
That
out
can't be
missiles were
human
fired
error.
due to human error.
That's a
Even if it was
big gray
human
area.
error,
He described
like,
the
that's no
crash as an
excuse.
unforgivable mistake.
it's no excuse.
Yeah.
You killed like 80 people. It's not human error.
Oh, I killed more than that.
How many? How much? What was it?
176.
176.
That's
I don't know how many people can. What kind of plane is that?
And when it
This is the
first-
big one.
The thing is, when
A
it
big
first
plane.
happened, there was no
Yeah, it was the
coverage.
decommissioned Boeing. I'm pretty
Oh.
sure the ones that we
The new-
used to use.
I don't know
No,
what-
no, the 747
I
Max.
thought it had to be 747.
Right?
If it's
No,
It was a
747,
Ukrainian.
It was Ukrainian
Airline.
Airlines, but it was
737
a
Max?
747, but it wasn't one of the new
It was
ones
a
that
passenger jet.
they grounded.
It was a
It
passenger
was actually it was a
Ah.
plane that should have been flying. It's okay to fly. You can't say it was mistakenly shot down though when there's missiles flying all night long. They
Yeah.
see a plane, the only plane in the sky over Tehran. What the fuck?
You could say though, because if there were missiles flying all night long, like I don't know. I'm not.
But then again, I just don't know what makes you think it's okay to get on a flight when all that's going down in
I mean,
in Tehran.
Is there any other way of getting out of there? Because I'd rather get out of there.
Yeah.
It was a 747.
Were you gonna take a train out of Tehran?
Yeah.
It's
I'm
just
gonna do
it's
that.
a tough situation.
Have you
They're
heard of
underground trains.
Tsar Bomba?
Tsar bomb.
Yeah. World War III just made me
Is
think
that
of
a bomb?
nukes. It's a bomb. It's,
Yeah,
it's like
Tsar's
150. I'm
The
gonna Google
biggest bomb, right?
It. Yeah, Tsar bomb.
Oh, I got a great next topic. The rod from God.
The rod
The rod. Yes, I want you to talk about that.
Oh,
Hold
I'm
on.
looking it up.
Let me look up this video right quick.
Tsar's bigger than a nuke, right? Or is it bigger than a
It's
Moab?
150 times. Let me make sure this is it. Yeah, look at this.
That speaker on that projector.
Look at that. An island in Antarctica.
There she goes.
Look at that, bro.
That's got to be bigger than a nuke, right?
Yeah, it's 150 times.
I was about to say, just look at the immediate explosion.
Yeah, that's 150 times a regular nuke.
Poor Antarctica, man.
Right, dude?
That thing really takes it.
There's definitely aliens in Antarctica, bro.
Yeah.
Hey, okay, so talk about your
I think
rod from God. Yes.
the
Tell me
Air
about
Force's rod from God could hit with the force of a nuclear weapon with no fallout.
Did you pull that for the Business
So
Insider?
basically just the explosion.
Yeah.
Business Insider?
Yes.
Yeah.
So it's a rod from space.
It's kinetic bombardment. That's what it's called. So
What?
basically
Physics,
it's
bitch.
like sending a man-made asteroid.
What?
Yeah. So
Kinetic-
killing all the dinosaurs again.
Kinetic bombardment.
Ooh.
And it would be from space, right?
Yeah.
Well, I saw a thing that because of all the space forces, they all signed the NATO signed a treaty that you can't put any weapons of
Yeah,
mass
the
destruction
107
in
country
space.
outer space treaty.
Yeah, so it's more of a concept, right?
But it gets around that because it prohibits nuclear, biological, or chemical weapons
it's just
from being in
science.
Earth's orbit.
Oh, that's.
The rod
This
from
is
God-
not any of those.
What were you saying,
The
Jackson?
rod from God idea was a bundle of telephone pole-sized tungsten rods dropped from orbit, reaching a speed of up to 10 times the speed of sound.
10 times the speed of
So,
sound. That's
so that telephone
crazy.
pole size is 20 feet long and
What's
1
that?
foot
Is
in
that-
diameter.
Is that Mach 10? Is that how Mach's
Fast.
measured?
Wouldn't it be every time?
Mach
the
1 is
speed
speed of sound, right?
Yeah, is you break the sound barrier like Mach.
Jesus.
I don't know. I have no idea. Huh. The rod
Lazy
from
dog
God.
projectiles were used in Vietnam. Apparently, it's something similar. Steel pieces less than 2 inches long, fitted with fins. They were simply dropped by hundreds of planes flying above Vietnam.
They drop steel rods.
Could reach speeds of up to 500 miles per hour and penetrate 9 inches into concrete.
What? That's crazy. Better than a nuke, though. Honestly. Imagine if Japan
There's
was
no
hit by
fallout.
the rod
That's
from
the thing.
God.
They were thinking about all this in like during the Cold War and stuff.
Oh,
And
really?
That's when all this idea was like first being brought up,
Yeah.
and then the Bush administration looked at it again after 9/11, just because they, I guess.
So this is not a new
'cause they
idea
don't want,
by any
nobody
means.
wants that nuclear war because it's just gonna fucking destroy everything. So they
It's
just-
the
it's like, this is
1,000-year
more-
fallout
yeah,
afterwards.
this is
It sucks.
We were trying all kinds of
practical way
shit
to
in the
master war.
60s. What was it called when we tried to blow up the atmosphere?
Star Wars.
It's called Star Wars. When we tried to blow up the atmosphere. Yeah, we look it up real quick for Parker.
In the
Yeah.
60s.
I think another topic, the U.S. seriously considered blowing up the moon. Not
Yeah,
knowing how much the
And
moon did.
Russia. They both. Someone was like, "No, we probably shouldn't do that," because it was
Yeah,
like,
who needs the moon or Russia?
yeah,
right?
because Russia thought about. I'm pretty sure. Doing the same thing with nukes and doing it at the moon as a sign of power.
Yeah,
so we're both
that's
just gonna
right.
do it, and someone's like, "I don't think we should. It's probably not a good idea."
Instead
idea.
of- instead of Putting a man on the moon.
Cold War blowing up the atmosphere, and a lot of it's just talking about the Air Force and then Russia linking to blow up the moon or blasting the moon with an H bomb.
H-bomb. Hydrogen bomb?
Hydrogen bomb, yeah.
I can't even imagine like all the fucking shit that's gonna fly back from space.
Yeah, just
Oh,
start
there's.
raining
I was
in
watching a
pieces.
YouTube
All
video.
this, like, gases and shit just
There's
floating around
so
space.
many like corpses in
What?
space just floating around.
From what?
So in like the 60s and 50s when we were just
Would
like
they shoot 'em off?
No. But, like 60s and 70s. Whenever we were starting to do space travel, the space race, we would send out dogs and
Oh,
shit-
like animal
yeah,
corpses.
and they would
Monkeys.
go out there. Yeah, and people too. There's a couple. The Russians
Peasants.
sent someone. Yeah, pheasants. Oh, did you say peasants?
Same thing.
The Russians sent a dude in space and just like a little space. Look it up. They sent like a dude in space.
They
So,
brought him back, right?
No, they just launched him out
They
there.
sent him.
It was like the bravest man
with-
on earth or something. Yeah.
Oh my
They
god.
just sent him out there. But that's the
That
thing. is-
sounds like a Russian thing.
yeah,
to
this is a
do.
Russian thing. But there's so many, like corpses in space right now, like dogs.
Dozens of dead animal
Yeah.
corpses just floating in space.
Dozens.
Some of them aren't like outside of like their capsule. Some of them are in the capsule still, just floating through space. Like they've been there for 40 plus years, probably even more recent. I mean, who knows what they're sending into
Well,
space?
if you think about how large Earth is on the surface, and then expand that as in orbit of Earth, that's a lot of area. And for there just to be dozens of those things, it's likely when you go up there, if you floated around for 20 years, you'd never see any of them because
Yeah.
of the amount of space. Yeah.
Space will change your DNA. Did you hear about that one guy?
The year in space guy?
Uh huh.
What's his name? Chris?
I don't remember. It was something cool, but he was a twin.
Yeah, they did it with he was a twin.
Yeah, and he
Really
grew 2
cool
inches,
experiment.
and then he wasn't a twin anymore.
Scott Kelly. yeah.
Scott Kelly, yeah, he looks like
It
an
changed
alien.
his DNA?
Yeah, it changed
Like
his
his
DNA.
height or what?
Yeah, he grew 2 inches, and then
Well, that makes sense. That's gravity.
7%,
Well,
no. Hang on.
the scientists they took his blood and they examined his DNA when he came back because he didn't even look like his twin brother anymore. They're just fraternal brothers. They're not twins anymore.
What?
And they said
Oh, it
it
was
changed.
the twins that I've seen those.
Yeah, and it changed his his
both
genetic
bald.
DNA.
One's got a mustache.
Yeah, it's crazy. Space is crazy, dude.
If it makes you taller, I want to go.
Yeah, right.
For real.
2 inches a year. For
This
2
guy
inches?
sleeps like as long as he can, wasn't it? Because it's something.
Something with
It'll
your-
make you taller.
I read an article that said if you sleep, you're just giving your body the rest it needs. You're like overly resting it, I guess.
Yeah.
And you're growing while you sleep. I read it and it really got to me. So I
That makes
figured-
sense. It does. It has some logical meaning behind it.
I do love sleep, and when I read that, I just loved it even more.
That was just the verification.
Just even
you
more of a
needed.
reason not to get out
Yeah.
of bed.
Maybe I should sleep some more. So I'm sleeping 14 hours a night.
Yeah.
You're saying all that dude
14 hours.
I'll sleep for
How
a
do you get
long
anything
time.
done, bro?
Most of the time I wake up at 2, 3, sometimes 4. I woke up at 5:30 one time and knew something was wrong.
I woke up at 9:30 yesterday and I felt like shit. It's too much sleep.
I definitely can tell a difference in my height from in the morning and at night. I think it's just I typically slouch, so I think it's just from slouching all day. But in the morning I wake up and I'm bright. I'm ready to go.
feel long.
My shoulders are up.
I
And
try
then the
stretching
day
in
just
the
beats
morning.
me down, and I shrink like an inch.
You just like start to get the slump in your back.
That's why I do my doctor's appointments in the morning. I go in there. That's the best part about a doctor's appointment.
When do you have doctor's appointments?
I don't know. I get one like once every 3 years, I think.
Oh yeah, I was supposed to have one for my leg and I just never went to it.
I hate whenever you're sick and you go to the doctor and they just like weigh you. I'm like, can you check
like,
my
what does this
height,
have to do
please?
with
Yeah,
anything?
it's
Like,
my
oh, you
favorite
tried
part.
egg from last time?
Yeah.
Let me just try.
It's a year and a half. Come on.
You look fat, though. You look fat today. USA though, so let's get you on the scale.
Yeah, man.
They just like to judge you real quick.
Yeah.
Right? That nurse that like you never see again. You see them for 5 minutes and they just disappear into
Yeah, and
the
then you
void.
tell them your symptoms, and you're like you're diagnosing yourself basically the week before. You're like, nah, I think I'm dying. And they're like, here you go, here's some Advil. Just get some rest. You'll be like, get some rest.
Eat some
Sleep
easy
a little
foods
bit.
on your stomach.
Like,
You'll be
gee,
good.
thanks.
Yeah, it's like just sleep, dude.
Just wasted this
You're
whole time.
you're
And here's a
fine.
$500 medical bill for
Yeah,
that.
that's right.
Right? God, dude.
I feel bad for nurses and for the dentist assistants because they do all the work, and then that head honcho walks in and looks at you and, yeah, you're good.
Dude, every time.
He
at
did
the
a lot of
dentist-
work in college, though.
Every
That is
time
true.
At the dentist,
2
though,
extra
you
years of
realize-
college.
You realize it's the dental assistant that's doing all the work, and then the head honcho comes in, literally looks at your teeth, like, open up, you like smile at him real quick, and that's it.
Just make sure.
Yeah.
They like do a little
Yeah.
tap in with the stick or
They're
make
making
a
sure
metal
the
rod
dental
real quick.
assistant did
They
the
make
same
like
thing.
80,000 a year.
They're
right?
like, floss more,
Yeah.
and
We'll see you in 6 months.
yeah.
Gums are looking good, buddy. Head
Oh
on
my
out.
God.
Really, the main question they ask me every time is, you want the fluoride? Because the fluoride costs about $200 extra. They're like, and I say no every time because you can buy fluoride toothpaste for $2 at Walmart.
I think your
You know what?
dentist is a scammer. I've never been asked if I wanted
They
fluoride.
ask me every
I don't even know
time,
what
and I say,
fluoride
no, I
is.
don't. It's like when you go in for the cleaning and they put that. They ask you if you want mint or like bubblegum flavor or whatever.
When you were a kid.
Oh,
Yeah.
you can
Like
opt
the
out of that?
scrub?
You can
Yeah.
opt out of it.
Oh, what the
What?
hell,
Every
bro? That
time.
takes like 30 minutes out of my day. I
No, it
thought
also
you
takes-
had to do that.
I don't think they charge you for it, do they?
Yeah.
They charge
my
you for
dentist does.
everything.
That is true.
Fluoride's expensive.
Insurance
Yeah.
covers it, right?
Yeah.
They can charge you as much as they want because everybody's got insurance, right?
Well, I'm about to get off of my
Oh,
insurance.
I hate that.
Better
Yeah,
backtrack.
no one else.
Yeah, no more USAA, dog. I'm kind of scared.
What?
Yeah, cause
Yeah, we get off once we graduate.
yeah, once we turn
Wow.
21, right?
I didn't
They
know
got it
that.
extended, just if you have like if you're still a student, you just get like continued enrollment.
Oh,
I would
didn't
say
do that.
y'all's sacrifice is just as is
That's why
pretty
we got it. That's why we got it till we were adult. They say once you're on your own, you're on your own.
still.
You need to go on this real quick.
You grew up with your parents in the military.
Yeah,
Like you should be able to have USAA for the rest of your life at
Yes.
least.
I'm pretty sure you can keep your bank account for the rest of your life. Cause it
I'll ask
extends
my
to your
sister.
spouse or your kin. I think. I don't know. I gotta ask my
Commercials
dad.
always say for your family.
Yeah, some for life.
It's really good though. USAA is
USAA is
awesome.
clutch.
Love USAA. USAA, give me free stuff.
Yes. We'll throw up a fat banner in here.
Right? Give me a T-shirt, dog.
Have
believe
y'all
in
seen
aliens, Parker? Wait,
the
what?
the new movie 1917?
I want to see it. Is
I'm
it
going
good?
to see it tonight.
You're going tonight?
Yeah,
Get the review from Parker.
I'll get a review.
They got many,
8.7 stars.
They got
8.7.
won a few Golden Globes and it's
On
should be
IMDb.
nominated for a few Oscars.
Apparently, they tried to make it where it was like one continuous shot as much as they could. Like there has to be like some cutscenes, but most of it just flows.
It just follows
That's
those two
brief.
dudes.
And it's like some no-name director apparently.
Really?
Yeah.
So I got a question for you, Parker.
Oh boy.
You're gonna go watch this movie.
Yeah.
The national championship's on.
Oh yeah,
Oh,
I
who
did
you
not. I already
got?
bought my tickets. I completely forgot.
You goofed on it.
Damn.
I got LSU -5 though.
We'll get the
You
we'll
already-
text him for the best. Don't worry.
You
Yeah.
already put them in.
Yeah, I did.
Oh, I don't think go on with.
You got Louisiana over Clemson?
Yeah.
Is it?
I
five?
think
Ooh.
you know,
Ooh.
not to go off
60
on sports real
66 and a
quick,
half
but
over under.
Clemson is no doubt a good team. You just can't bet against Joe Burrow.
Go Tigers.
Dude, did you watch his interview?
Go
with
Tigers.
Big
Joe
Cat?
Burrow?
Yeah.
Oh.
Joe Burrow.
Oh
Big
yeah,
Cat?
of course. I watch Pardon My
That
Take.
was so good.
Second it comes out.
Dude, I can never find the right part in my take videos.
Oh, you have to have Barstool Gold
Oh,
to watch those. It's like $1, something like that. I still don't
that's
pay it.
way too much money. my
Barstool,
guy.
give me free gold.
Give me free gold.
USAA, give Craig stuff. I want Barstool stuff. No, but if you watch it on Spotify, or not watch it, but listen to it on Spotify,
Is
that's
it-
just what I do.
It's free on Spotify.
Yeah, it's free.
Dude, a lot of those Netflix movies got Oscar nominations.
Really?
What
Netflix
movie?
originals?
You got The Irishman.
God, I
of
haven't
course.
seen it
I mean,
yet.
with that, with
Is
their
it a good
cast.
movie?
Marriage Story. It was long as fuck, but it was still pretty good. I enjoyed it. Marriage Story got.
I haven't even heard about Marriage Story.
You know what
It's
they
with
just-
Oh, I
Adam
saw it.
Driver and Scarlett Johansson.
Yeah, I saw a picture of it
They
actually.
just put a 21 on Netflix.
Yeah.
That poker movie.
Oh, that's a good movie.
I've been watching
Very
it.
good.
They
Yeah.
It's
put-
been on
they
Netflix
put
before, I
Rounders
think.
back on a while back.
Rounders is a great movie.
That ace could not have helped you.
Very aggressive. Oh man, we
Two
need to play
Globes
poker
movie got a
again.
few nominations.
Two
It's got
popes?
Pope Benedict and Pope Francis
Oh,
right now.
dude.
Oh, the two popes.
Whoever they picked to play that, I thought it was a
Anthony Hopkins.
documentary.
No, it's a fucking.
Yeah, I did too for the first.
I thought it was the actual pope.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
It's the dude. It's the
Anthony
dude
No pun
from
intended.
Hannibal, and it's
Anthony Hopkins is Pope Benedict, and then I don't know who played Pope Francis. but
Anthony Hopkins.
is who played Hannibal Lecter.
You know he wrote a score.
That doesn't surprise me.
Yeah, it's
He's a- that dude
super.
What is the
good.
score?
It's
I
he
should
wrote
know this.
a
My mom's an English
an
teacher.
orchestra.
Orchestra.
He wrote like a whole piece, a symphony. That's what he
Oh
wrote.
wow.
He didn't even like have a band. He just wrote it down, and his wife, gave it to a band. She gave it to an orchestra for his birthday, and they played it at this whole like venue. It was so
I
good.
feel like he's got to know that's gonna happen sooner or later. If you write a score, it's not to not get it played.
Yeah, but I mean, a lot of people that are just like they're really musically
Just-
intellectual. They could. Just
I
do
think they're
that.
like just super creative and they have to get their creative juices out.
I could never
somehow.
do that. Like they can hear the notes as they're writing it. I can. never
Oh.
do that. Yeah, that's because some people that can write scores like just off the dome.
You don't
they're not
think
like
he was
me,
sitting
they
there
write
playing it and then writing down the notes he was playing?
No, because the score, that's a whole orchestra piece. Like that's like you have the bass, the wind,
That
the,
is true.
the
every
percussion.
instrument.
So he was sitting there, like a lot of people do that. They just sit there and they just write the notes down. They write the bars, they write the measures, and then it's done. I mean, I'm sure they could edit it or whatever, but then they give it to the orchestra and they just go play it.
Wow.
It's crazy.
Now imagine doing that being deaf.
Yeah, who was it? Was it
Beethoven?
Beethoven or Bach?
Beethoven?
Beethoven. Yeah, Beethoven was the most mathematical. I think he was the most mathematical musician.
Wow.
Yeah, there's a lot of math in
That
music.
makes sense. It's kind of like, you know, there's a pattern to the universe and there's a math to it.
It's very
Maybe he
spiritual.
cracked it.
Very
Yeah.
spiritual. Very spiritual, I think.
I've always
Yeah.
wondered why dogs can't like understand what's going on with music. They just hear a bunch of racket.
You think so?
I mean, yeah, I think it's been proven they can't determine like a
process it.
rhythm or anything.
It's scientifically proven that classical music actually helps you concentrate more than regular music
I believe
because of the
that.
waves.
Yeah,
Yeah, it's crazy. Music is
because of
awesome.
the waves.
Yeah, the way the oscillations
Keeps your mind full. It probably matches with your mind frequency.
something like that. I think I saw it on Fringe. I don't even know. I don't, like
Fringe?
you've never seen Fringe?
Uh-uh.
Oh, so good. It's from the director from Lost. It's a crazy super science fiction show.
That's cool.
Yeah.
I'll
Did
write
you-
that down. I want to see that.
Yeah, it's a good show. It's a really good show. Did you guys watch the last Star Wars?
Sadly.
Not a big
Sadly,
Star Wars
yeah.
guy.
I know how it ends. Like I didn't like
Three,
it.
It was the best of the three, but still, these three were just so bottom barrel when they really worth it for them to do it.
Yeah, they were. I remember the
Good.
first one was good because like we hadn't seen one in like 20 years, or not
Yeah.
20 years, but like 8 years or something.
Was that the one? No spoilers, but Han Solo died.
Yeah, that was
Okay.
the one that we went to
You
go.
haven't
We
seen
went
it
to
by now?
when-
You haven't seen it by now. You
Yeah.
can fuck yourself.
Yeah, if you haven't seen it by now,
That was
dog,
in
what are you
2000,
doing?
16 or 15, like,
Yeah, we were in high school. I remember
Han
that.
Solo is still walking around, dude. Get real. No, yeah, I like the Phantom Menace. I like Darth Maul.
Darth
A lot of people shit on. Did you hear about the kid that played Anakin Skywalker in the Phantom Menace?
What happened to him?
That's so ironic, dude. All the kids, all the people that got bullied in high school for like in Star Wars, bullied the shit out of this little kid because of how bad the acting was in the Phantom Menace. Because no one liked it. They bullied him. It wasn't even his fault. So he was living under that fire, and he retired from acting. He was like
As a
he was,
kid.
like 8 years.
Yeah.
Yeah, he was like 8 years
He
old
was
when he.
young.
Oh my god,
Yeah,
it's
and he
terrible.
retired from acting at like 12, right? And then he
They should have given him a real lightsaber.
right, but
Defended himself.
he retired from acting, and then he got arrested like 5 years later for armed robbery, and then now he's currently in a psych ward for like showing
Wow.
traces of schizophrenia. Yeah,
Child acting.
that's crazy. Yeah, child.
Is it child labor? I don't know.
The dude from Home Alone, he's apparently very like well done.
He fixed himself up.
Yeah.
Macaulay Culkin.
Yeah,
He
Macaulay
just
Culkin.
looks like he's on drugs.
I've
but
never seen him. I heard it on the Joe Rogan podcast. I truly don't know
Yeah.
what he's up to nowadays.
I don't. He's one of those guys that like, you can't ever get another role because all anybody thinks of you is that you're the Home Alone guy. You know.
Yeah,
You can't like play somebody else.
that's what like Game of Thrones. Kit Harington, he's always gonna be Jon Snow.
I
Yeah.
don't know. I'll be honest. I didn't watch Game of Thrones either.
Robert Downey Jr. 's always gonna be on there.
You saved just yeah,
That is
Robert
true.
Downey Jr. Yeah, most definitely.
There's
Is
a
that
couple other
podcast
people.
out yet with him and Joe Rogan? I don't think so. The last one I watched was like some UFC guy. It was Eddie Bravo was back on. is the most recent one.
Really?
Yeah, like
Is
last
it
week.
the MMA podcast he does, or is it the actual?
No, it's just the regular one.
It's the real
It's
Joe
the
Rogan
regular, yeah,
experience.
real Joe Rogan. They were talking about the McGregor fight. Who do you think's gonna win that? McGregor versus Cowboy.
Dude, I want Cerrone to win.
You want
really
Cowboy?
bad. Yeah.
I
I
just think McGregor's
think it'll be
looking nice.
tough. They both have their their
If
downsides,
it gets in
but
the later rounds and Cowboy's not just he didn't get destroyed in the first two.
yeah, I
if he
think it'll be
maintained a
Cerrone.
good pace and didn't get murdered in the first two, I think it'll be his fight. But if Conor can beat him up in the first two, not even if he doesn't finish him, if he can beat him up well enough and just like keep peppering him with shots in 3, 4, and 5,
Uh-huh.
he'll take it. But it's just a matter of how those first 2 rounds go.
I'm not a big MMA guy though. I think every single time I've picked a fighter to win, they've lost. I lost to you at the Mayweather Pacquiao fight.
No,
Do you
you
remember
didn't. I said Pacquiao was gonna win.
Oh, I did too.
Yeah, we both lost.
I think I lost to Trevor.
Did you guys see on? You guys know what MyBookie is? Just the
N-
website. like,
No, I need to
place
get
bets.
on that.
Yeah.
Though. It's just a
Well,
website.
They had when Trump had, or I guess it wasn't Trump, but whenever everything went down with the Iran and everything. MyBookie posted on their website which terrorists will Trump capture or kill next, and you can bet on it.
Oh yeah.
That's a real thing. It's actually real.
Did you bet on it?
How can you bet on something like?
I don't like those bets because there could be some real insider info going on.
Yeah,
like
they already know. what's
yeah,
going
like
on, what's
some
gonna happen.
member from Congress is briefed that it's about to happen. They just put, I don't know what the max bet
Is
on
that
that
like
would
against
be.
the rule? No, never mind. I would say
I
that's
guess it
against
is,
the-
but
there's
how
no
would they
there's
know?
no rules to political gambling.
Well, MyBookie's already super illegal. That's illegal. and
Really?
Online betting websites, you can't do it unless.
Good
you're
thing
in
I
New
don't use
Jersey
MyBookie.
or- Yeah,
Yeah,
good thing I
there's
don't
those
use any
states
of
that you
those.
have to do it through.
Well,
Yeah, you
America's
have to do
card
it.
rule
Oh, yeah,
is
through
the only
states.
legal one.
Illinois,
It's
and
Illinois
New
and
Jersey.
Jersey.
Oklahoma? You can't do it in
Yeah,
Oklahoma.
no, it's different from like casinos and stuff.
Yeah.
You can gamble in Oklahoma.
Can you go play sports bets at the casino?
You cannot. You
Really?
can bet on the horse races.
Dude, I need to
There's
go to
horse
the
races at
casino.
Oklahoma?
There's horse races.
Every there's horse races at every casino. I'm pretty sure.
Hmm.
They
A
just
lot
have
of them
like
aren't.
they just have like it's not even like a casino. They'll just have like a horse race like place.
Yeah.
And you just go bet there.
Yeah.
You just have to get the license.
Horse racing is
to
going
bet
on
state.
24/7,
Yeah.
no matter what.
My grandpa
what
like
is
every
going on.
weekend that was his fucking like Saturday morning like ritual.
Mhm.
Just go see some horse
Which
races.
that's the big time betting. That's what people bet all their money on. Horse racing.
Mm-hmm.
You ever seen Peaky Blinders?
Peaky Blinders.
Peaky Blinders. You watch
Yeah.
that show?
I watched a little bit of it.
Watch all of it. It's so good.
Really?
There's a lot of like they're bookies. in
Does
the
it have to
first
do with
season.
horse racing?
Some of it.
I thought it was like soccer that they're betting on.
No, it's like post World War
Football.
One. They're all on horse races, but like they're illegal bookies, and they're like a mob. It's pretty good. It's the dude, the dude from Batman, Scarecrow.
Oh yeah, yeah,
Said
yeah.
that.
I don't know his name. Do you know?
Yeah, what is his name?
Jackson. I feel like Jackson should know that.
Jackson, you
I
watched it?
wasn't those not Batman Begins. I wasn't a big fan of that one. But
Really?
The Dark Knight ones, I was fucking. I love those.
Those confused me as a kid. The first Batman's, like the Scarecrow. I didn't realize that he was like drugging him with that gas, wasn't he?
Yeah, this
Yeah.
is
Cillian
his serum.
Murphy. That's that dude's name.
Cillian Murphy. Him and
Cillian
Bane.
Murphy.
They've been in every single like movie together.
Tom Hardy.
Dude,
Tom Hardy. Yeah.
Tom Hardy.
Fucking badass.
Yeah.
Tom Hardy's a fucking.
Oof.
Didn't Tom Hardy get knighted?
I think he did.
He got knighted like a couple months ago. Him and Elton John both got knighted.
Elton John.
Yeah.
I still haven't seen that Elton John movie.
Neither have I. I need to watch
The
that. Not good at watching movies.
It's not
Oh.
like, it's not
Yeah,
like Bohemian
for
Rhapsody.
that I'm out.
I'll watch a musical.
I-
I tried
I
watching the
wasn't watching
Shrek
musical.
musical on
When I went
Netflix.
into it, I didn't know, and they just started like singing the songs in the movie. I was like,
Oh.
but like, what's his name? Taron Egerton, the dude from Kingsman, he does a pretty good job. Apparently, like him and Elton John's been friends for like a long time, because that dude's like a really good singer, and he's always like done well like singing Elton John songs. I guess Elton took notice.
Huh.
He was like, I think Elton like handpicked him for the role.
Yeah.
In the movie.
I know Elton had a large deal to do with the movie. Like, I think after Freddie Mercury got a movie for him, I think he got a little jealous. That's what I heard
I remember seeing like
through the
trailer
grapevine,
for-
through my
I
famous
saw the
friends.
trailer for that one. Like, I think when we saw Bohemian Rhapsody,
Really?
I think they showed like a Rocket Man trailer then.
Yeah, Rocket Man. That's what it is.
He won the Golden Globe. Taron Egerton did.
Wow.
Best actor.
Oh yeah, Rocket Man. It's on Amazon. It's on Amazon Prime for free, I think.
Dude, that Ricky, what's his name? Ricky Gervais.
Ricky Gervais, dude.
That was a
That
great
was
speech.
Who?
Did you see that speech?
The comedian Ricky Gervais, he hosted
The Golden Globes.
Oh yeah, I loved
That was
that.
funny.
That's how you do it, man.
Put them in their place.
And then the next thing you know, the Oscars? They announced that they're not gonna have a host.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Which one's which? I don't know.
I don't know.
Like
I don't watch
Oscars
any of
are
those
like
award
movies.
shows.
Which one's for music? That's a Grammy, right?
Grammys.
Nice.
I thought
I
they
want
were
one.
I
all
used to
kind
watch those all the time. Honestly. Why?
He's on the way of football.
Yeah. You ain't lying.
Speaking of,
But I don't watch the ESPYs either. Probably
what?
should.
ESPYs are stupid.
where are the ESPYs?
The sports
It's like the
awards.
Grammys for E ESPN.
Oh, yeah, that's just too much work. The Cowboys coach got admitted to the Hall of Fame yesterday.
Yeah, Jimmy
Jimmy
Johnson.
Johnson. That was so.
That was really cool.
For some
Yeah.
reason, the whole time I thought he was a NASCAR driver.
There is a Jimmy
There's a
Johnson
Jimmy
NASCAR
Johnson.
driver.
He's like,
There's a Jimmy Johns and there's two Jimmy Johnsons.
he was
Okay.
like,
What a name,
during,
too.
like, 2010s, he was like the best driver. I remember
Was he the
always
head
seeing
coach
him
of the
Jimmy
Cowboys?
Johnson.
Remember
win
that.
the sprint car series every
Parker,
year.
was he the head coach of the Cowboys? Jimmy John? Or was
Jimmy
he an
Johnson?
assistant?
Yeah, he's
Johnson
head
was
coach.
He was-
won
was
When
the
they won
assistant head
the
coach?
first two Super Bowls.
He won the first two.
In 92, 93.
92, 93. He got
And
fired by
then
Jerry
fired.
Jones. They
Switzer won the
God, dude,
94
Jerry
season.
Jones needs.
He's just a,
But I don't know. Was it Jimmy Johnson that won the Super Bowls, or was it the Cowboys team?
I think him picking how he did with like getting those trades on draft day to get Emmitt Smith and all that stuff.
Did Jerry Jones win it?
Apparently, from everything I've seen, like in the past, I think they did like I don't know if they did a 30 for 30 on it, but they did like a little ESPN little film about it. And it was like Jimmy Johnson like making those trades on draft day to get like who he
Really?
wanted to get. Yeah, and like that's how they got Emmitt
I
Smith.
feel like that's a Jerry Jones thing to do, is take credit for another coach's.
It was like they were like focusing in on Jimmy Johnson doing that stuff,
Really?
and obviously it worked out. So,
Huh.
Yeah.
but he did get some fucking cream of the crop talent. Those three, Aikman, Emmett, and fucking Michael Irvin. Doesn't get much better than that.
Dude, that was. I don't know if you saw it this year, but Aikman announcing some of those Cowboy games this year, and he was getting very upset.
Yeah.
Oh, was he?
Yeah.
I never really like paid attention.
He was
that much.
mad.
You could tell it in his tone. He was just like, "This is just fucking this is what he's for."
Yeah.
He was tearing up when Jimmy
Mhm.
Johnson's
Uh-huh.
guy.
It had us.
Dude, that's
had
what
us
broke
tearing
me.
up, man.
Yeah.
I was confused as to what was going on because I was watching it live, and they brought in another
They brought in that dude.
Hall of Famer,
I thought.
and
he
I
was
thought
the
Jimmy
dude that-
Johnson was already in the Hall of Fame. I
I
don't
thought
know.
all of them were in the Hall
Yeah,
of Fame, except
and
for
they
the
were-
short bald guy.
They were going through it, and like the first thing he said was like pointing at everybody. He's like, Hall of Famer, Hall of Famer, Hall of Famer. He's like,
Because-
not Hall of Famer, and I was like, geez,
Bill
really
Cowher-
roasted him.
Bill Cowher, the old coach for the Steelers, like they just announced that he was going to get elected.
Yeah.
Like I think on Saturday they announced that.
Yeah.
Earlier this week, and I think they were waiting for last night
Mhm.
to do it for Jimmy.
Well, they're doing all the rest on some ESPN show, some morning show, the 12 or something like that.
Oh.
Yeah.
I like. Dude, I hated Skip Bayless for a while until
Skip!
he spoke out against Jadeveon Clowney after that hit on Carson
Yeah.
Wentz.
Well, did you see the hit last night? Or not a hit, but Clowney grabbed that dude from Green
Oh,
Bay.
yeah,
and
he,
just
like,
grabbed
He
his
grabbed
face
him by like
mask
the
and
side. It was like
literally
the side of the
pulled it
helmet,
all
like
the way.
whipped him all the way down.
Really?
Yeah, and the
Hey,
dude from
heat of the
Green Bay-
game. It's football, baby.
The dude from Green Bay got up and he got up with his helmet all like almost completely off, and he's looking at the refs like,
They didn't call it?
No, they threw the flag.
Oh, they
Oh,
did.
okay.
"Oh, it took him a minute," but I remember watching it. I was like, "Wow."
Yeah, dude,
I
that
mean, the
dude.
Seahawks lost.
I liked him on the Texans, but now he's
Hold on,
really starting to piss me
Never
off.
been a fan of Clowney.
That was a fraud.
Really? You never
No,
liked Clowney?
Not really. I mean, South Carolina when he made that hit against Michigan,
Yeah.
that was cool. Otherwise,
That got his draft.
I
stock,
always
though.
forget what happened the play before.
yeah, they
on that one.
barely missed the first. Well, they had the first.
Well, they had the first down.
They
They
moved the
measured it,
chain.
and for some reason they called it
Yeah.
not first
Ball
down.
Yeah.
doesn't lie.
And then they just
Clowney just destroyed the dude. Well, no, it was that they didn't call. They called it a first down when it wasn't a first
Yeah,
down.
yeah, yeah,
He was
yeah,
just
He
he
was
was
half yard.
he was short for sure. It was obvious with
Yeah.
the cameras and
They
everything.
they moved the ball or like fixed the chains or something, and they gave South Carolina.
That's
or no,
right.
They gave Michigan that first.
Obviously, Clowney was thinking otherwise. It was like, all right,
the helmet went further in the ball. All
yeah,
that.
something's got to happen here.
The ball.
I really need to get into college football, man. Like, I'm not that.
It's really fun.
I used to be
bet on the games.
a lot bigger college football fan than NFL just because I felt like the college kids are like they're playing for something. It's like every single player is playing on a 1-year contract.
Yeah.
But this year I just got addicted to the NFL. I don't know what
It was
happened.
fantasy.
So
we always
fun.
played
Fantasy maybe. I don't
Fantasy,
know.
dude. Fantasy makes every game just so
I've
fun.
played
I would
fantasy
be sweating
years
my,
back, but
I'd be sweating my ass off on that couch during
Yeah.
Sundays. They saw me. I'd just be out there with my laptop.
dude, he'd be
watching
giving
the
us
game.
sit reps every 45 minutes on how our team's doing.
Yeah.
I forget to check my scores.
Always talking that trash
I was-
about everything.
I liked that league until I lost to Garrett by 0.1 points.
Yeah,
That
that's always
pissed me
frustrating.
off, dude.
And that happened often.
I think there were 2 games this
Can we
year
not
that
do
I
that
won
next year?
or
I don't
lost.
want to do. I want to do like solid PPR.
Yeah, we're doing 1.5.
What is
Right.
I've
that?
never done PPR before. I've always done 4.5. I think that's what it is.
I always do PPR. That was the first time I ever did that.
Yeah, I didn't like it. I also want a league where everybody in the league is like somebody we know. I
Yeah,
don't like it whenever
They know
there's
those
2
two
people who I have no idea
Yeah,
who
who
they
knows
are.
if did they even pay out?
I still haven't
I
paid.
think one of them
Trevor
got like
told me-
3rd or something.
Trevor told me
Oh
once.
no, you're right. He
No,
said they
Noah-
hadn't paid
Trevor
out
got
yet.
first, Garrett got second, Noah got third.
Yeah.
I thought Noah was gonna win that sucker easily.
He fell off and then he beat Garrett. And then
Well, he had all
Aaron
those
Jones-
Green Bay players. That's
Aaron
why,
Jones
because
was
Yeah, Aaron
off.
Jones-
Packers were
When
hot.
I played him for that 3rd place game, Aaron Jones just fucking lit up the scoreboard and
Yeah.
Roger just game managed the whole fucking time, so he didn't do anything. I think he got me like 8.
Did you see about the Astros today?
Yeah, $3 million and a first and second round draft pick.
And they gone.
Yeah,
Fired.
they fired their manager.
I didn't know about that.
Wait,
They fired the manager and the GM
Yeah.
within
The-
an hour. Within an
the manager
hour,
and
that's
GM
breaking.
Both got suspended for a year, and then an hour later they just got fired.
Yeah.
Wow,
The owner
that's
couldn't-
crazy.
The owner obviously that he had to do that though.
I mean, it
You
like,
can't.
I
come
mean,
out
what
and
do
say
you hire a
something.
manager for a year?
it
Like, what do you do?
completely taints the fucking their World Series.
Yeah.
Yeah.
If you
Yeah.
look at, they've shown like the comparisons of like their batters hitting at home versus hitting away, and like their best players are hitting like close to 400, like a fourth of their at bats are getting hit, and then away they're batting like 200.
What I
It's
don't
not even
get
close.
is it's come out, and it's this guy named, I think it's like Andy Drimlick or something, who's reporting all this. And he's also said that the Yankees did it, the Red Sox did it. I think there's another team that did it.
There was a clip like during this postseason. I think it was when the Yankees and Nationals were playing again, and it was like Aaron Judge talking to one of like the bench coaches, and they're like holding something, like holding like a picture of like the signs, I think. And Aaron Judge sees it, like completely like gets in the way of the camera.
Yeah.
So it's not like it's like everyone does it. They just did it like
They
so
have their own.
blasphemous.
Yeah, they
like,
have their own way.
they
of
were like
doing it.
cheating with the camera in center field,
Mm-hmm.
and
Huh.
like, getting the pitches as they were coming.
And
in.
you could hear they would actually like bang on something
They
in
had
the
a trash
outfield,
can
center field. They would bang on it when they got the call, and that would mean like don't
change
swing
our-
or swing.
I mean, we did that in high school too.
Hey, it's baseball,
Like,
baby.
If you ain't cheating, you ain't trying. That's always been known. On that,
Baseball, like,
when you know somebody's stealing and you swing, you get in front of the catcher a little bit. Like, there's too many gray
you
lines in
swing and
baseball.
You fucking you leave that shoulder out there, so he has to
Yeah.
throw around you. But they just people got hurt because they did it. So
Where do you draw the line?
blasphemous.
You know.
Yeah.
They did it with technology.
That- but I don't get
Cheating
why
everywhere,
the
though.
Astros
Patriots
got
did
it.
it with Cincinnati. The Falcons did it. The Falcons got fined today or this year too because they were cheating. I'm pretty sure the Browns too. There was like 3 or 4 teams this year that got like a huge fine for cheating.
Really?
I think Bill Belichick's was just the worst. Did you watch the video of the security the Cincinnati security officer caught when they caught the Patriots guy recording their plays?
Really?
Oh, dude, they
I
got
think
caught
it's funny. Like
red-handed.
he's quoted as soon as they asked him about it, he's like, "Can I just delete the video and we not talk about this?"
Yeah, he's like I can delete it right now. There's no problem. They're like, oh, we're way past that, buddy.
Yeah.
He sounded like a
Sounds like a little kid
teenager.
getting in
yeah.
trouble.
Getting in trouble by his teacher. Like, oh, I could just it's just my phone. Like I'll put it away.
You didn't take my phone.
Oh man,
And then they lose right after that to the Dolphins, and then
yeah. If you have to cheat against
first wild
Cincinnati,
card game.
something's wrong
What
though.
do you think?
yeah.
Titans Chiefs. How we think that's going? That's
Chiefs.
gonna be
D-
a fantastic.
I've been so
AFC
wrong about the
championship.
Titans the entire year.
My
Derrick
thing
Henry's
is
scary.
the Chiefs do not have a great defense, and I think Derrick Henry is going to have a day.
But Patrick
can the
Mahomes
Titans-
is.
Yeah, can the Titans hold on against Mahomes?
Yeah, it's gonna.
Mahomie-
Tannehill's gonna have to step up. That's
Yeah,
what's gonna happen.
that's for sure.
It's gonna be
Which he
Tannehill
has
and A.J.
been,
Brown.
but it's also Ryan Tannehill. And can you ever trust him?
I think he might be the Nick Foles of the
They
AFC.
soften up. That's what I'm saying. Derrick
That's a
Henry.
good point.
You never
Derrick
know.
Henry softens up that whole secondary, that whole linebacker, DBs. He softens them all up, and then they just drop in those passes when they need.
I
to.
think Tannehill's
I'm gonna take a
always
piss.
been an average quarterback. Hop on the mic, Jackson.
Hop on the mic, Jackson.
I don't know how
Change
he got
work.
away with all that.
You got work.
I gotta go just check in.
Hopefully you make it back.
Yeah, I know. There's already 2 people that called in sick. What am I gonna do?
What are you gonna do? You know.
Part of your sunglasses and take them inside.
Thank you.
How
Back
we
to
doing?
Ryan Tannehill.
How we doing, ladies and gentlemen?
Can you
Jackson
hear
on
me
the mic.
talking?
Yeah.
Man, I can't hear anything out of this headphones.
Do I need to bring it closer? 1 2 1 2. Can you hear me?
Oh, I can hear that.
All right. How you doing?
Just pull it close.
Yeah, I don't think the Chiefs are gonna be able to contain them.
Really?
Or the Titans. Excuse me, Titans.
Okay.
I don't know how they're gonna.
I was like, there's no way you're going against
Like-
the Chiefs.
Like obviously, like the Texans did it for a quarter, but it's just a quarter. You got to play all four quarters, and they scored 28 points in a quarter
I don't think
to come back and overtake that deficit they
That
had.
was
Yeah.
all Andy Reid. Andy Reid caught on to what he was doing.
And the receivers were dropping passes left and right.
You watched the highlight?
I watched the
I haven't
highlights, yeah.
watched it yet.
Like in
I
the
tried
first
watching it last
quarter,
night, but I
He
couldn't.
had like 3 or 4 third downs dropped. Like they were gonna be easy first down completions, and the receivers were just dropping. Kelsey had 2 or 3. I think Watkins had a couple. They just weren't helping him out. And then
You want to hear my theory?
finally they worked it.
Here's my theory about coaches in the NFL because it made me think of Bill O'Brien. If you don't do it for if you don't do it for your team within the first 2 to 3 years, at least make the playoffs, it will never happen. That's why I never wanted Jerry, because every time y'all said it was your year with Jerry Jones, it was never gonna happen with Jerry Jones.
Do you say that in coaches in general or the NFL?
The NFL. So look at it this way: Andy Reid took the Eagles to the playoffs like his second year, took us to a Super Bowl after that,
Yeah.
and then
Either you got a process that
Yeah.
works or you don't.
look at Sean McVay. Sean McVay did it.
He did, second year.
Bill Belichick did it, and then you want to go ahead and you want to look at Jerry Jones. Three
Jason-
playoff wins within almost
Jason Garrett.
or Jason Garrett. Yeah, Jason Garrett, and then
I was
the head co-
never a
Freddie
fan
Kitchens-
of Jason Garrett.
Freddie Kitchens was never gonna do it. I don't
Put
think
that
Bill
on the
O'Brien will ever
record.
do it because Bill O'Brien he didn't take his team to the playoffs until
They were saying if Deshaun Watson didn't bail him out last week with that crazy escape in the pocket, they would have been 1-4 in the playoffs under Bill O'Brien. 1-4, but they're that 2-5. Like they're saying, Deshaun Watson might have saved the job, so he might get like another. Like how the Cowboys won last year against Seattle at home. They pulled that one. out
Can you
somehow.
fire a coach after going to the playoffs?
yes,
I think so.
of course you could. We fired Andy Reid.
Yeah, look,
You can fire anyone. Andy Reid's a good coach.
Look where that got you.
I mean,
Yeah. We got a Super Bowl.
Super Bowl.
Well, it took
Hungry
us,
dog
it took
runs
us 5
faster.
Years. It took us 5 years to get. We had to live through Chip Kelly.
Chip Kelly.
Let me tell
yeah.
you, that was rough.
man, we got this from Jason.
That was a great couple of
13
years for the
years.
Dallas Cowboys beating the Eagles.
Yeah, I looked it up though. We've been division leaders 9 times, and you've only done it 3 times. I think.
Yeah.
3 or 4 times. And since 2000 though, because I mean, you guys arguably like you have the most talent in the NFC East, but you-
That was by far the most
Oh, yeah,
frustrating
I've never
thing in the
been
world.
more disappointed.
We had, and
I've seen.
yes, we had talent, but that talent also sometimes
They just didn't.
didn't play out. Amari Cooper, he seemed to like play lazy games sometimes.
It looked like he would get scared out there.
Yeah.
he dropped a lot of. I think that
Cobb was a great pickup, but he has
I hope
some
they
weird
roll-
drops. Gallup
I-
has some
I
weird
think
drops.
They're holding on to Cobb because they brought back Mike McCarthy because they were together all throughout Green Bay.
That's a good point.
I think
I
with
didn't make
Bring
that
back Robert
connection.
Quinn on the D line. That dude was an animal, and especially D-Law underperformed like a motherfucker. this
Yeah.
whole season.
Yeah.
Robert Quinn was getting after him.
I think next year might be a repeat of like I think it was 2005, because you're gonna have I think with Mike McVay, right?
Sean McVay.
Sean McVay, not Sean McVay, Mike McCarthy.
Mike
I
McCarthy.
think y'all picking up Mike McCarthy. I think the Eagles with a healthy team, and I think the Giants.
We'll see about that.
Giants.
They got a new medical person.
We got a new medical and we got a new defensive coordinator, and I think he's
Oh.
ass. He's the defensive coordinator of the Lions,
Oh.
or he's the
Might
cornerback
have some
coach of the
Patricia-
Lions.
might have some Patricia
I'm about to
knowledge
say
of
Matt
Bill.
Patricia's Matt
I think
Patricia.
Matt Patricia got some knowledge. of
Yeah.
Bill.
So we got them.
I don't know, dude.
And then the Giants, they just hired someone. I think it's going to be like that, and I think that you guys are probably going to end up winning the division, but there's going to be like 2 teams going. I think there's going to be 2 or 3 teams from the NFC
think- yeah, I
East
think
go
we'll
into
get
the
a wild
playoffs
card.
next year.
I think we'll get somebody from the East will get the division, and then we'll have another one get the wild card, or one of the wild cards.
There's 2 wild. I think because I think it was 2005 or 2006.
So long until football.
The Eagles, the Giants, and like the Redskins all went to the playoffs.
Yeah,
At
we
least
could
for
get-
teams we
could
care
get
about.
wild card, honestly.
Yeah, I could see it happening. The
The
NFC
Reds-
East has talent.
And the
It's just
Redskins
not
just got Ron
utilized.
Rivera. I think give them 2-3 years. I think Ron Rivera gets some draft picks underneath them. They could be getting Chase Young in the draft this year from Ohio State. Dwayne Haskins is healthy.
Haskins is good. I think Haskins
He
is,
gets-
is the franchise quarterback. He just
Yeah,
can't
he
stay
needs more
healthy.
experience,
Yeah.
They get somebody. They need a defense.
Having some trouble there?
'cause their defense is
Should we mic set up?
I think I broke the table.
Oh, did you?
We'll see. There, we'll just wait.
I wanted to get the ones they just hook onto the table and then they swivel around.
Yeah, like a
$100 a
central
piece.
thing?
Yeah. These are only $10.
Is that mic not working? Is there another mic?
No, I don't have another mic.
Okay.
Yeah, I need another mic.
Yeah. Add a third dynamic, a third dimension.
Add another dynamic.
Triple D's.
I have another one. I have another mic, but it doesn't connect. It's a USB connected microphone,
Oh yeah.
so it doesn't work.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
It's 30.
Kool-Aid Man's coming through.
Tell me about petroleum engineering. You work with a lot of hydrocarbons, don't you?
Yeah. Hydrocarbons. Nice word.
Tell me about it. Yeah. I do my research.
Respecting the
I know
vernacular.
science.
Oh yeah. I mean, I've been out of it for like a month now, so when classes start back up, I can start talking about it a lot more. But
Where do you
this
want to
year's gonna be
go
fun.
when you graduate?
Wherever I can get a job.
Really?
Dream would be probably around Houston.
Really? You want to stay in Texas?
Oh yeah. Definitely, I'd have to stay in the United States because United States is the only country in the world where the oil is privately owned.
Uh-huh.
That's where the money's at. Whereas if I were to go work in Norway, Saudi Arabia, something like that,
Oh, you aren't.
I'd be working for their government.
Ooh,
Then it gets a little,
a little sketch.
yeah,
Yeah.
Chile. I could be going to Chile, flying to
Chile?
Antarctica.
Dude, Antarctica.
Super people down there.
There's a topic, Antarctica.
There are aliens in Antarctica.
There's something going on in Antarctica.
Bro, you cannot go to the center of Antarctica because NATO made a treaty that you cannot go in there. Every single country has blocked it off.
How about the fact that no country can agree on anything, yet just like that, they divide Antarctica into equal sections and just say,
Post-World War
let's
II
not mess with
After
it.
the Nazis founded a part of Antarctica, you remember, it was called like New Siberia or something like that. Not Siberia, it was called New something, but they founded a piece of Antarctica, and then we sent a general down there to go fight them, and supposedly and they won. And
Yeah,
supposedly
and he came
saw
back and he was like, "I'm
saw
not going back."
UFOs and stuff. He said you saw that, and then he got killed like a year after that, and then after the war ended, they blocked it off.
Wow.
I don't know how. I don't know
I
how.
heard that too. I don't know what that was.
Yeah, you heard that?
Yeah.
That was weird. We're still recording.
I like how as soon as we start recording this podcast,
People want to
neighbors
come
throw
out
a
here.
party.
Yeah,
Yeah.
what the hell's going on?
I don't know. These people are from A&M, and
Oh, are
they're
they?
really cool.
They're in school.
Let them have as much noise as they want, but I'm trying to start a podcast here, man.
We need to get the thing soundproofed.
I know. I saved. We ran out of eggs today. I saved the egg carton.
There you go. One
Is it
one
gonna
down,
do
like
it?
50 to
We'll
go.
find out.
That treaty in Antarctica was the first arms control agreement ever established during the Cold War.
Yeah. Right after.
It was in
Right after World War
61. 54 parties agreed to it.
Interesting.
54.
To keep Antarctica as a scientific preserve establishes freedom of scientific investigations and bans military activity on the continent. On the whole continent, the biggest landmass.
There goes my mic.
Do what?
My
Oh,
phone.
you're falling?
It's literally
You gotta put the whole thing on there, my guy.
Man, I'm trying.
You gotta get the whole thing.
Is this supposed to be sticking out like that? Craig, where did you get these? China?
I don't know. They're like $10, bro. Cheap. Very cheap.
After this, I'll rig it up for you a little bit.
We're balling on a budget out here.
Yeah, I didn't put any money
hashtag
towards
we need
this.
sponsors.
Yeah. Hashtag we need sponsors.
Who's this made by?
Looking at you, USAA.
Oh, that's a weird logo. I don't know.
Yeah, I saw it was
USAA.
$10 in it. They don't work bad. Like mine's is even fine.
I think it's because I'm extending mine all the way out so I can slouch a little bit.
Oh yeah, that's true.
I'll lean forward. God.
What were we talking about?
Antarctica.
Antarctica. Yeah, dude. Let's go. But my thing is like, if I were ever to be rich, if I ever get sponsors and y'all pay me money, one thing I would do,
Schmeckles.
give me a lot of schmeckles. I would do a voyage. I would keep a low key voyage to the center of Antarctica. I would
Dude,
love
let's
to.
do it.
But because they're not guarding it, there's no like sentry towers up
Yeah.
there.
We'll just
If
layer
someone
up
wants to go there, you just gotta.
Yeah,
and we'll
layer-
walk.
With 5 or 6 layers.
There's a
walk it
video
out.
of a guy actually walking across Antarctica. He was on, guess what? Joe Rogan's podcast.
Really? God, everyone is cool because of Joe Rogan's
I
podcast.
know.
I think that Robert Downey Jr. one should be releasing today.
Oh really?
I think it's today.
Did you see the people that are the Impossible Row? They're sailing from the tip of South America, they're rowboating from the tip of South America to Antarctica. That little piece of ocean, they're rowboating. It's
That's
called the
like the-
Impossible.
That's
feel
like
like-
the
I
worst
feel like-
ocean in the worst like stretch of like
Yeah.
water in the
Really?
Yeah,
That little
The-
horn
the
around
Cape?
bottom of South America.
yeah. Look it
I
up.
think
It's
it's
like it's look up the Impossible Row. It's 8 dudes. They're
The
all athletes
Impossible
and
Row.
they're operating on 9-hour shifts. And they're
Oh.
rowing, just
Ugh.
constant rowing. It's live. I think they're live streaming it now. He's probably there. They started at the end of December, I think.
I feel like. Oh no, it's summer there. Yeah.
And
I was about to say, why
In
would
South
you go at this
America?
time?
Colin O'Brien is
Southern
the
Hemisphere,
first
it's summer.
human-powered road across the Drake Passage.
Yeah.
Drake
They
Passage.
concluded- This article came out December 22nd.
Yep.
You ever thought about that, Craig? How the Southern Hemisphere has Christmas during the summer?
No, I never thought about that. I didn't
Yeah.
know that was a thing.
Flips.
Flips.
It's crazy.
Because the Earth is
Right now
tilted.
they're at the end of summer.
All right, you need to go
Wow,
talk to your
I
neighbor's
hope
dog.
they won a game of beer pong.
Yeah. I don't even like playing beer pong anymore.
He loves this game. Now, what are they playing? They play in that
Cornhole.
Snappa.
What?
Snappa. It's like a table a lot bigger than this.
You got yee yee boys as your neighbors? Or
Yeah.
something? Oh.
They're lawyers.
Oh, they're lawyers.
Lawyers.
And they're yee yee.
They graduated from A&M,
So what are they doing?
and they're in law school here.
Wow.
Yeah.
It was a 12-day trip, that rowing mission. 600
So they
miles.
finished it.
Yeah, it was 12 days of six-man team travel over 600 miles of open ocean, battered by intense winds, giant swells, and stormy weather. This expedition tested the mental and physical strength and stamina, and the lowest
Congrats.
chill limit, all in a 29-foot rowboat.
They're doing another one. There's another one going on, I think, where they're sailing across the Antarctic.
God. Once you do it once,
Or
you're
not
like,
the
all right.
Antarctic, the
I don't wanna do it
Atlantic.
again.
They're doing. I don't think it's the same group, but I think there's some people rowing across the Atlantic. Could be wrong though.
The Atlantic? The entire Atlantic.
Yeah.
Wow.
Pretty sure. I don't know though. I think I heard it.
I guess
Sometimes
people have been
I
doing
like
that
watch a lot of
since, like, Christopher
documentaries, and
Columbus.
sometimes I can't differentiate. like,
Vikings did it.
the Vikings did it. Dude, the Vikings are crazy, dude. Like,
Vikings were here hundreds of years before
oh
Columbus.
yeah,
Side note, Christopher Columbus sucks.
yeah.
We're an anti-Christopher Columbus podcast.
Yeah.
Just putting that out there.
He established the first.
He started syphilis.
Yeah, he started. He had
All
a
those diseases,
he had a pedophile ring.
that doesn't surprise me.
Jesus.
He pimped out the
he's
underage
an Epstein.
Indians to his rapist sailors, so they would work harder. Yeah,
Hashtag
prepubescent women, prepubescent Indian women. He would sell them. He would sell
Wow.
to sell their sex.
And we have a Christopher Columbus Day. How
Yeah.
nice is it?
He was responsible for like 200,000 deaths in the Caribbean.
Oh my god. Oh yeah,
And
because
he would cut their hands
disease.
off and feed them to the dogs. Yeah,
Oh,
dude, he was
not even
crazy.
disease.
But the Vikings were just as bad. The Vikings,
Yeah.
they did infanticide. They committed infanticide. What else? They were crazy homosexuals. Yeah, they called it a sexual hierarchy. If so, say like I was a lord and you were just like a peasant, I could just have sex with you as a dude, and they would call it a sexual hierarchy. We call it rape
Wow,
now.
That would be a shame.
Yeah, dude, they were crazy. You ever heard about the eagle torture, the blood eagle?
Oh my god, I have so much to look into.
Oh, dude, they would
No.
like pull out their ribs and cut them with the hacksaw and rub salt in their wounds while they were like.
While they're still alive.
Yeah, can you look it up and read it out? Read it out loud. Yeah, dude,
Eagle
it's
torture?
Crazy. They're crazy. It's like, look up Viking like blood eagle torture. They were.
Have you
crazy,
read
dude.
Empire of the Summer Moon?
I did. Yeah, I did read it. It was a good. Read.
Really?
Yeah,
That's my next book I want to
Yeah.
read.
I didn't read all of it. I need to read the rest of it because I had to read it for school.
Okay.
But
Apparently, there's a lot about how the Native American, the Comanches.
Yeah, the
in-
Comanches.
In general,
Abigail, what's her face?
something. Kawana Parker
So
was
yeah,
the, was
she
the
got
chief,
inducted.
but it's
Yeah, it's about a girl that got kidnapped by the Comanches or the Apaches. One of
we
those.
learned about her in some textbook in school. I remember, but
Yeah, it was crazy. She got her nose cut off.
really, I didn't know that.
Yeah, I think she got her nose cut off, and like she was really treated like shit her first couple of years. They tortured her until she married like the chief. I don't know. It's fuzzy because I read it 3 years ago.
I know it talks a lot about the torture that the Native Americans did, where they'd like bury you alive in an ant pile, and then
don't
just
remember
like
reading
have
that.
the ants eat away at your eyes and
It's crazy.
So this blood
Yeah.
eagle, it's saying it's a ritualized method of execution.
blood eagle. That's even cooler.
It's called the blood. What is it called?
The blood eagle.
Blood eagle. Yeah.
So
Blood
they would
eagle.
like cut open your rib cage like to the spine apparently, like
Yeah.
all the way down,
Ah,
and, like pull out your lungs, like make it look like you have like wings coming at you.
Yeah.
how would you not die?
You just I don't know. And they rub salt on your
bleed
wounds
out,
the whole time.
Oh, that's why you're not bleeding out.
Yeah.
It's
And
dehydrating
it
your blood.
hurts a lot. They were crazy, dude. And they were big on horse fighting. They would get horses to fight each other.
And they're absolute massive human beings.
Yeah,
They're just white gorillas.
they're crazy. They were so
White
bad,
gorillas.
so bad. I'm reading.
People in Iceland. Those people in Iceland are insane.
Oh yeah.
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 The
Empire
Mountain?
of Some Moon was a good book.
Yeah. Thor.
Mountains from Game of Thrones, right?
Yeah.
Wait, the mountains in Iceland?
That dude.
No,
they
the
call him
mountain.
Oh
The
yeah, you know he
strong-
was
world
supposed to get
strongman
signed
guy.
as a Green Bay Packer.
Really?
Yeah, because he's the strongest man in the world.
He looks like a Packer.
In the competitions, he for like 4 years in a row. He's the strongest man in the
Mhm.
world, and he was supposed to be a lineman for the Green Bay Packers, but
I feel like he wouldn't be good. Like,
well, he didn't do it so he could do the show.
oh wow.
Pretty sure.
I-
Yeah. I would look it up though. I'm not too sure.
Probably a lot more money, a lot more longevity in acting than
Yeah.
NFL.
I mean, I'm sure you made a shit ton of money just to like
He's already
crush
made
that
his money
dude's
lifting-
skull.
Lifting trucks and
Yeah.
lifting
You don't need another 300-pound man cutting you in the knees.
Yeah. Oh, I don't think he would be that good. There's a real like fluidity to be an NFL player. You have to really play your whole life to be good at it.
I think that's a big
he's like 40
part of
pounds,
football.
too, like, he can't be moving like extremely fast.
Yeah. You can
You
be
have to lift
big,
so much weight.
but that doesn't mean you're good at football at any
You have to
means.
be athletic.
You got to be able to move that body
Because
around.
I mean, linemen they can run like a 4.6.
Yeah.
There's-
Yeah. I don't think I could run a 4.6.
Yeah, they're like 350 pounds and they're running like a 4.7, 4.8. I think the fastest 40 in the NFL, the fastest 40 ever was like 4.1. 4.3.
Talking about some athletes,
Was it Bo Jackson?
who do you think looks more athletic? Derrick Henry or DK Metcalf?
Who's
More
more?
athletic. Derrick Henry or DK Metcalf?
Derrick
Derrick
Henry.
Henry's just a fucking
Well, if you're looking at like agility, I would say DK. But like as
Pure bull strength.
yeah,
Derrick
Derrick
Henry.
Henry's a triboard.
Yeah.
He's a computer man.
He's like
Man-made.
6'2", 240. He's just a muscle.
God.
DK is
Once he gets going, like,
build, he's
obviously
just a
nobody
match
stops him,
mismatch.
like, it's
Yeah.
evident these past 2 games.
Inertia. That's what that's called.
Yeah, that's physics for you. Yeah, he's good. Yeah, I mean Derrick Henry, he was really slept on at the beginning of the year, and then one day he
I
just
feel
They
like
just
Snap.
started giving him. They just started giving him the ball.
I think NFL teams do that on purpose. You show your cards too soon, you give people like Bill Belichick like too much time to figure out how to beat you, and
Yeah.
then once somebody like that figures out how to beat you, the rest of the teams from then on can copy that exact slate, and you have to change your game from that.
Apparently,
So
they were like the whole thing on the Chiefs and like Mahomes. Is like he does super well against zone coverage, and if you man him up, like his completion percentage drops like dramatically.
yeah,
So
which you
the
wouldn't think.
Texans- They said the Texans ran a shit ton of man coverage like in the first half
Mhm.
yesterday, and Mahomes like once his receivers started catching the ball, like obviously they were just lighting him up and moving the ball constantly without any issue, pretty much.
yeah, you got
They
like
scored
42 points on draft
7
day.
straight drives. They scored touchdowns.
Yeah,
7.
Travis Kelsey got 3 touchdowns in one quarter.
In the first quarter.
One
Second
quarter.
They ran out of fireworks in the stadium because they scored so much.
It
They had
was
to
51
apologize-
to 40. What was it?
51 to 31.
51 to
They had to
30.
apologize to the fans because they ran out of fireworks during the game.
What kind of fan would be like, I can't believe they ran out of fireworks?
I want my money back.
Yeah.
The fan who walked out. There's a Chiefs fan who left like at the end of the first
What
quarter.
an idiot.
No, he did like a.
It's a
video.
playoff game, man.
He did the video and like as he was walking out, he was like, if it's for the team, he's like, I'm just gonna leave. But he's like, I really hope they pull it out, but I think I have to leave. And like obviously they fucking blew it out.
Wow.
And they asked Mahomes afterwards. He was like, "Do you have anything to say to the viral fan who
He ain't
left
a
after
fan.
the first quarter?" He was like, "Staying home for the next game."
Oh,
But
Oh,
like obviously it's like joking. He like
Patty.
they like talked on Twitter about it though.
Big Cat always tweets, or like recently in these games, like the first team to score, he like tells the other
Oh,
team
yeah.
to just go
I
home.
saw that.
And what did he tweet yesterday? I'll find it.
He tweeted something about the Chiefs and Mahomes liked it.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a fair game.
He said like go home Chiefs or something like that. I'll
who
find
said that?
it. Big Cat from Barstool.
Oh,
Another part of my take just came out today, by the way.
yeah. I need to.
Go listen to part of my take.
I can do it on Spotify for free, right?
Yeah,
Okay.
absolutely.
I don't pay all the $5 a month for nothing.
Oh man, this is really bad podcasting right now. Just looking for a tweet, but he tweets a lot. I'm sorry.
It's okay.
There it is. He said, "Thanks for coming out, Chiefs." Patrick Mahomes liked it after the game.
Like he said, that's fair, right?
He said, "This was fair."
I love Patrick Mahomes.
He was on part of my take.
He's a good guy.
Oh, I'm Patrick Mahomes.
I did not expect him to sound like that, dude.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Have y'all heard Michael Thomas talk?
Yes,
He
dude.
got a
Michael
sweet
Thomas.
Why did it take me so long to finally hear Michael Thomas say a word?
Dude, his is like
Yeah.
I don't know. I guess we've just been like following Pat for at least like a decent amount of time. Like we knew about it.
Yeah.
Like, Michael Thomas,
And-
that came out of nowhere.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It sounded like somebody voice dubbed over it or something.
How do you feel about Lamar Jackson losing to the Titans?
It's the NFL, man. Anything can happen.
Dude, what's
Lamar Jackson is still probably going to win the MVP, right?
He's for sure.
Well, Derrick Henry's the front runner now.
No way.
Yeah. He's a front runner.
Wow. How many?
But
does he
with
have
the
a lot of
neck that,
yards?
have you seen Lamar Jackson's neck, dude?
Thick boy.
Thick, dude. I feel like there's a certain aspect of football, like, you need to have a thick
Yeah,
neck.
that was another thing.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it cushions all that impact.
Yeah, if
Mhm.
Carson Wentz needs a bigger neck.
We
I don't
used to
see how they just take hits and they get up and like Zeke does the eat first down. Like
I'd be so scared.
I'd take a hit and I'm like,
Junior
at least in
year,
high
we used to
school,
do,
like a little
neck
baby hit.
exercises during,
yeah,
off-season, like,
not
we'd get
enough
the band
apparently.
on our head and like stretch it out and get like pulls and shit, like trying to tighten it up. 'Cause, like our junior, I think.
Dude,
we
I got a skinny
had
neck.
a ton of kids get concussions, so they were just like make sure we did our neck exercises.
Yeah.
I forgot about that. Well, no, I wasn't there for that.
No,
I quit sophomore year, right? Something like that.
I don't know. Tell me, Greg. I remember you were
Coach
running
blank.
back. You just fumbled a little too much.
Yeah, I did better
Who
on
was-
defense. I was a corner my last year. I did pretty good.
Yeah.
But then I stopped. I wasn't gonna get any bigger. Football.
Enough about high school football.
Yeah, that was
Ugh.
years ago. It's almost. How long ago was it? How long ago was football? Was
Not
high
long
school for
enough.
us? 4 years?
Yeah, and then
Is it 4 years? 3 years now.
3 years.
senior year.
Time flies, dude. When next semester starts, I'm gonna be so sad.
Yeah, dude, I don't want to graduate.
I know. And it's gonna go by so fast.
Yeah. Especially, I'm gonna be 21 in a month.
Makes me so mad. Irrationally mad.
Oh, so that Blood Eagle, I just saw this video. I don't know if this is completely out
A video of it?
I think
Hell
this
yeah.
is. Did you watch Vikings? Is that how you heard about
No,
this?
I looked up.
So that show Vikings.
I watched an
History
episode of
Channel.
it.
So it wasn't from the front; they did it from the back.
Yeah, they did it
So
from the
you were,
back.
Like laying on like this.
Oh, so it's like actual like wings.
In this
Yeah.
clip, yeah, you're like
Okay.
laying on a log like this, like on your knees, and they like cut down your spine and like open it up, and then pull everything out from the back. Apparently,
Yeah.
That's how they're doing this.
It's crazy, dude. War back then was crazy. Have you heard of the Aztec war whistle?
Yeah.
Oh, dude, that's crazy. You see all of the Joe Rogan podcast, didn't you?
Huh?
Yeah, dude. That's
Not all of them. I mean, there's a lot of them.
Look at that. Look at that. With his
Ah!
mouth flap open.
Yeah, dude. You get captured back then, you're done.
Just find a way to kill yourself, honestly.
Yeah, dude. I mean, it was everywhere. The
There's a soundbite
Mongols
right
will
there.
boil you alive.
Boil you alive?
Yeah, you didn't know that? The
Aztecs
Mongols will
would
boil
cut
you
cut
alive.
your heart out and eat it in front of you
Yeah,
while it was still going.
all that ritualistic.
You'd have to die, right? I feel like
That
you
heart would still be
you'd
pumping.
have to cut a couple of hearts and ate them in front of people before you did it without killing somebody. Like you got to be a seasoned torturer to be able to.
Oh yeah, you gotta have a couple hearts
It
on
was
your
for the
belt.
gods.
Yeah.
Back then.
And then at some point you're catching mad cow disease from eating your own species. Like,
Yeah, yeah. Well, the Aztecs. It was the Aztecs, right? Was who you're talking about?
Ah, you tell me.
I thought he just said it. Then they cut out the heart.
Yeah.
Yeah, didn't they kill like 50,000 people in the
killed-
span of like 4 days
They
for
killed
the
a
gods?
Oh my
fuck
god.
ton of people. Yes, they would just like line them up their temples.
Oh,
Just like one by
God.
one.
Like their own people?
Yeah.
It
For
just
what?
like-
Sacrifice
I think
to the
it was like
gods.
People like they would capture like other tribes. They would just line them up the temple, and like their main dude would just
That
go,
is so badass.
pull the hearts out.
Yeah.
Pull the heart out. Pull the heart out. Over and over and over and over again, just to appease the gods.
I'm
Yeah.
so happy that we live in the times that we do now.
Yeah, dude.
People complain about politics and stuff like that.
At least
Like
you're
it's
not
the end
getting
of the
like
world.
blood
It's like,
eagled.
like, yeah, you could be getting your organs spread out
You
in
could be
front
getting
of you.
syphilis and like not know how to cure it.
You could get a cough and die in a couple weeks.
Oh, it'd be game over. Cold back then? Pff, get real.
Oregon Trail.
Would you go on the Oregon Trail?
No.
I would do it
Why?
for the gold.
There was no gold.
So, you didn't know that.
There was no gold.
For the 49ers, bro.
That would be kind of cool. You'd be like part owner at least, right?
Maybe. I don't know. For Jimmy Garoppolo, I'd do it.
JG.
George Kittle, baby.
George
That's
Kittle.
a bad man right
I
there.
think they're gonna fuck the Packers.
Oh, yeah.
I hope
It's gonna
so.
be-
I
It's gonna be
hate
in-
Aaron Rodgers.
Bro,
it's gonna be in
Packers
San Francisco.
versus Chiefs in the Super Bowl for the
we
Allstate
just
Bowl.
keep coming back to football somehow.
Dude, I love football,
I
dude.
know.
We're
Love
still going on.
football.
We got the last couple games.
It just
We're
meshes
all
with
in.
life so perfectly.
Right? What am I going to do? The XFL starts.
Dude, I
In
heard a
February.
commercial for the XFL today.
February 6th.
That was
The
so
old-
cool.
The old Ranger Stadium, they're gonna turn it in. They'll do like soccer in there, and they'll do like the XFL games in there. In the
Hell
old
yeah.
stadium.
February
What is the
6th, I
team?
think.
Because I'll be a fan of it.
There's a Dallas team.
I'm not going to be a Dallas team. Look
I
at
hope
the
it's something
teams.
cool like the Dallas.
What are the football teams?
We got 2 hours till the natty kicks off. Just put that out there.
Oh.
I'll get the XFL too.
Yeah.
Are we doing anything for it? We throwing some steaks on or what? No, I don't think so. Dude, he got an order of Omaha steaks.
Christmas.
Oh,
Christmas.
really?
Omaha steaks. Send us free stuff.
Omaha steaks all day.
Hey,
That's crazy.
We will review those bitches.
Yeah.
Come Thursday.
That in 1917. We got you.
Dallas Renegades. That's the
1917.
XFL team.
You know who I want? Free
Hell
stuff
yeah,
from?
that's such a cool name.
What?
Dallas Renegades.
Dallas
Oh.
Renegades by Styx.
Is there
Great
a
song.
Philadelphian team? What were we
Dude,
talking
I'm
about?
gonna be a professional lacrosse fan too.
Really?
Yep.
Why?
Barstool has a team now.
Oh, really?
Kind of a Barstool fanboy. It's kind of weird. Stooly, some say.
I want to.
Yeah, the Water Dogs.
Lubbock has their own semi-pro team.
Semi-pro what? Lacrosse?
No, semi-pro football team.
Lubbock.
Lubbock Liberty Eagles.
What? I didn't know that.
Yeah.
When I was studying abroad in Germany, I played for a little football team over there. It was a little for
So,
the
like
university.
soccer
I was
or-
technically part of the university's football team.
Really? Oh yeah, you were in Germany.
Football.
Tell me about that.
Yeah, it was fun. I did.
My
I
sister
did have
had-
to sign a
My
contract.
sister played like a weekend of Division III softball. and she
Dude,
had to
I
sign
went-
she had to sign a contract.
I forget what it kite sailing. What kite sailing? I think I had to sign a contract for that, saying if I died, it was my
If he
fault.
dies, he dies.
If it
If
dies,
he
it
dies,
dies.
he dies. No, yeah. Tell me about you going to Germany.
Germany was cool.
That was like the first
Amsterdam
question I was gonna
was
ask you. I forgot.
Amazing.
Yeah.
I highly recommend anybody go to Amsterdam. Very cool place.
There's no-
But
no-
where we went in Germany,
There's
was
no
pretty lame.
Philadelphia.
We went. There's a place called Wilhelmshaven, and it was
Wilhelmshaven.
Wilhelmshaven. And it was basically it was the biggest port back in World War II, like where they kept all the. It's the deepest port,
Uh huh.
so it's where they kept all the submarines and stuff. So it pretty much only I think 3 buildings survived the war from that time.
In Germany.
Yeah, in that town.
Wow. What town was it?
It's called Wilhelmshaven.
Wilhelmshaven.
It's also they did a documentary on it because it's like basically where all the poor people live.
Really?
But it was a really cool town. I liked it. It was fun.
I remember we talked about it a while back when I got back from London, and you told me that they throw the word Nazi around there a lot, don't they?
Yeah.
You
Well,
would think they wouldn't.
not in like a very hush hush setting. You know, when they're like secretly talking to us about. Yeah, they're very anti-Trump over there, but
Yeah,
then
of
when you
course.
talk to them individually, they're actually like pretty much pro-Trump.
They're pretty conservative over
Yeah.
They
there.
just don't
yeah.
want-
They
don't
just-
want that
So they're
influence.
quiet, like
They-
like Americans.
From what I was told from pretty much everybody that was in my class, which is not a very large sample setting, I'll admit, maybe like 12 people,
Yeah.
but separately, they wouldn't say it in front of everyone else, but which I would say more than 12 because there's a lot of other people I talk to, like clubs and all that stuff.
Yep.
Yes, they're intoxicated, but I say that brings the truth out of you.
Of course.
But they were pretty much saying how the media is very anti-Trump. I guess the fake news and all
of
that.
course. Yeah.
And that was the weirdest thing for me. We'd wake up in the morning and eat breakfast, and the news would be on. Every single day they're talking about something Trump was saying.
Really.
And I didn't get it. I was like, why do y'all care so much about what's going on in the
They
U.S.?
don't want to look at the facts.
Yeah.
They won't look at the good stuff.
But
wanna look-
they would say about how,
summarize all that.
like, they kind of agree with everything Trump does and all that, but they can't say that because people throw around them being Nazis so
Yeah.
easily. Like basically, if you're the slightest bit, I wouldn't say the slightest bit, but if you kind of come off conservative, they slander you as being a Nazi.
Really.
Like very,
You would think
very
they wouldn't
easily.
throw that around there as much
Yeah.
in Germany. They would just
For
want to
real,
pretend they
it's-
didn't do that.
mm-hmm.
That's crazy.
Mhm.
Yeah. I mean, Germany was a very conservative town post World War
Yeah,
One.
for sure.
I'm reading Winston Churchill's memoirs right now.
Really?
Yeah, it's so interesting. It was crazy because World War II is really just a mishap from NATO. I mean, like we took away like $1 million, which is a lot back then, in reparations
Yeah.
from Germany, but we ended up giving them like 15 million, like 1.5 million back, and the French, Marshal Falk, Ferdinand Falk, he was the French commander, and he said that instead of a treaty, the Treaty of Versailles,
Versailles.
he
Yeah.
said instead of that being a treaty, it was really more of a 20-year armistice.
Yeah.
And it was. And France was so scared about Germany arming up again, they kind of took over their economy. And Germany like almost purposely crashed their note. They purposely crashed their economy.
Frank, million.
Yeah, it was the franc or something like that.
Yeah.
It was
That-
it was like 50 million francs for like a loaf of bread or something.
Yeah,
It wasn't it. It was more. It was more economical to
burn it.
burn money than
Yes.
to burn.
that was
wood.
post World War II, I think, or it might have been post World War I because the inflation rate was crazy. It was like 44 million
Yeah.
of a millionth to one
Yeah.
Britain pound.
It was-
Yeah. So what that did is it really pissed off the Germans, and that was the first root of National Socialism that took part in Germany, which is crazy. But yeah, I don't know. I just wanted to share that because
That was very
who the
enlightening.
Prime
Thank
Minister
you.
before Winston Churchill was his Chamberlain. Was his first name?
I don't
He was
remember.
just apparently, well, according to Winston Churchill, was just a big fat poon.
Oh really?
Yeah, because he just like everything that they wanted him to do, he would just like make agreements and just like keep peace just for like a short amount of time rather than look long term.
Yeah.
Obviously, everything happened in World War II, and then they brought in Winston Churchill because they were.
They saw it coming
Obviously
for a
you were
while.
right, yeah.
They saw it coming, and Winston Churchill even said, he was like, well, why wouldn't we bring this up at the meetings to disarm Germany, and they would just like piss him off essentially and make Britain mad or something. I don't know, but yeah.
Have you heard about what Mansa Musa did?
Who?
Mansa Musa. He was the I don't know, the Sultan or the Emperor of some West African, the Mali Empire, like
No.
in 1337 around there. But he literally was so rich that he would go through towns and pass out so much gold that it would destroy the economy.
Really?
Yeah, gold became worthless because he would give out gold
just
to
had, like,
everyone.
Somalia?
Yeah,
It was in, like, I thought it was in,
West
like, Central
Africa. Islamic Mali Empire.
But yeah, I remember. I've seen
Where'd he get all the gold from?
They were
Being an emperor, I guess.
controlled by all the
Slaves.
gold mines.
Oh,
They just like his land was like all over like that giant
Yeah.
gold deposit apparently in Africa. And so he just controlled everything that was coming out of there.
huh. It's crazy.
Nearly $400 billion worth of gold.
When was
Just
this?
Throwing it around.
13th century.
Yeah,
The
1300s.
13th century. Huh.
Is that the 12th century? Isn't it some?
14th
It's
century.
off or some 14th? Yeah.
14th.
1300s.
Huh. History's crazy, dude. I love history. I think it's so interesting. So much we don't know.
I know, and the school system does it so wrong.
Schools don't teach you anything.
Yeah.
I could never
And
tell
half
you
the
that about World
time
War
they
II.
alter textbooks now. That is messed up.
Yeah.
They change. I forget what they change in it, but
You couldn't read like specific books for a long time just because people didn't agree with what the
Yeah.
books were saying.
like what was that book we read?
We weren't
in
allowed
high
to.
Kill a
school?
Mockingbird was.
To Kill a Mockingbird was one.
Yeah, we can't read that.
Fahrenheit 457.
And then it was
Great books.
what was that other one that we weren't allowed to read? Catcher in the Rye.
Catcher in the
We
Rye.
weren't, I
yeah,
don't think
that
we
was-
weren't allowed to read Catcher in the Rye. Something
I
like
never
that.
really
A lot of those
understood
were still,
why.
Like, banned in like some states or were banned in a lot of states for a long
Yeah.
time just because of what they were promoting in that book and like
Yeah.
what they were representing. Because the side that a lot of people never saw was the side of the oppressed.
That's education, though. That's
Do you think there are? I guess this is a completely different topic, but in the Amazon, do you think that there are species in the Amazon that we don't?
absolutely yes. There's
think so.
species everywhere that we don't know about.
Yeah.
That's a great guest on Joe Rogan's podcast.
The
is
dude from
Forrest
National
Galante.
Geographic.
Yes.
Yeah, Forrest
Yes,
Galante.
bro.
Great Instagram too. Go follow his Instagram.
Yes, I need to do that. I forgot to do that.
Real
Yeah.
Nature.
Yeah.
Or was it? Is that what that was?
That yellow
I don't know.
caiman they found.
Yeah,
What?
that's cool.
Crazy, dude. Yeah. Cause
What a
that-
job, though.
yeah, that's what my. I actually have him on a podcast that I'm going to release later. He's a wildlife biologist.
Really.
Yeah, and he was
That's
telling me
cool.
all about that. Yeah, he's really interesting guy. He's my yeah, and he has all those reptiles and stuff.
Oh yeah.
Really interesting guy to talk to about when it comes to animals and stuff. His opinion on climate change.
Shout out to lizards though. Lizards
Shout out
are-
to lizards.
those are one of the pets that like you
Dinosaurs.
get thinking it's just gonna like be there, but they really do have a personality.
Bearded dragons are like
A
dogs.
bearded dragon. Yeah.
Yeah, they're so.
Shout out
like-
Wizard the lizard.
Yeah, shout out Squirt.
Squirt.
Yeah, he's a big guy. They're so susceptible to like disease though.
Yeah.
They only
Yeah,
last
really.
like 12 years in the wild.
Really.
Yeah, they last longer.
Dude, I didn't
Captivity.
realize how small they are when you first get them.
Yeah,
Some of them are
Squirt was.
half a finger length, maybe.
Yeah. Ryan told
They
me that
come to be, like,
PetSmart
forearm
was
length?
they shouldn't have sold him to me. That he thought that Squirt was gonna die immediately because they sold him to me while he was too small.
Really.
Yeah, he was literally. I have a
Shout out
picture.
to you for raising him. Then.
Oh man, I was so good with his he had such a balanced diet. He got UVB, calcium, D3 on
Got his
Mondays.
fruities, his vegetables.
Oh yeah.
I'm gonna feed Fiona real quick.
Oh yeah, it's past her dinner time, 30 minutes.
Yeah. But did you see that MMA fighter, the heavyweight fighter? He went.
check on Velcro too.
He went into the Amazon, got malaria 3 times, and then he got that
Yeah,
that virus. Or what
it's
was it?
a what is it called? It's not a virus. It's something like a
Parasite.
parasite in his
parasite.
brain. They think it's in his
Yeah,
brain.
and they never seen it before. I think
Yeah,
he's the first one
and
to
it's
ever
like
get
really altering his personality
it.
and
Yeah,
stuff, and
yeah.
that's so sad. But
It's
I think
crazy.
he's
That-
a fighter, man. I mean,
We're in
he's
the
gonna
21st
fight.
century and we still haven't found everything.
Yeah.
Like the ocean is insane.
Yeah.
Like,
Heard
They-
about what's underneath Antarctica?
oh yeah,
Just
they've
coming
only
back
found.
to Antarctica.
We haven't. It's scientifically proven that we've only discovered like 5% of our ocean
Oh yeah. no
because
doubt.
we only go down, and most of it's
We're
down,
all
so the
worried about
surface
what's in
area-
space and all this.
Yeah,
we don't
no.
even know what's in our water.
Dude, space is crazy. Have you heard of the Great Attractor?
Gravity.
No, essentially. No, dude, I was
Love.
watching this. Space is crazy, dude. There's this thing called the Great Attractor. I want to get like a
Good looks.
someone like an astronomy. I want to get my astronomy major. My professor on this podcast.
Ooh.
But it's called the Great Attractor.
I
and
wanted to
it's
take the astrology.
essentially
Wait,
this
wait.
this thing. What?
Is astrology the signs or the stars?
Astrology is the science.
Astronomy's the stars.
is-
Yeah, for sure, for sure.
Yeah, some I don't know. I'm
It
gonna
is, it
learn.
is.
I think I'm taking astronomy. This
Yeah,
semester.
yeah, yeah, yeah.
But
Dude, I heard that's a really cool class. You go like an hour outside of Lubbock and
yeah, and you
Go
have
on
to
top of
you look
roof.
at the stars. Yeah,
Yeah.
I'm taking it. I'm so hyped. So ready.
Woo! Tell me
So
how it
ready.
is.
My first lab's on Thursday. But it's called the Great Attractor, and it's this thing at the center of the universe because everything in the universe is moving, right?
Mhm.
It's moving at millions of miles per hour, millions of light years an hour, and what it is it's this thing, and it's attracting everything in the universe, and it's slowly sucking everything in, very
Really?
slowly. Yeah, it's so dense, it's so powerful, it's sucking the entire universe.
I thought everything in the universe was expanding.
It is expanding,
the
but
Big
there's
Bang.
this thing called the Great Attractor that's pulling all of it. It's pulling everything into the center of it, and we don't know what it is because it's right with telescopes. It's covered by like all these nebulas and stuff like that. So we don't really know what it is, but we know that it's pulling everything into our solar or into the universe. Like it's just completely. Look it up.
Even
guys.
though things are expanding, going away from each other,
There's some centerpiece. Is that
that
yeah,
attractive
look
force.
up the Great Attractor, space.
Where is it pulling it back to center? Is it pulling?
I don't
it
know. It's
around?
just somewhere, and it's
That's
just
weird.
pulling it. It's pulling our entire galaxy,
Yeah.
and we could collide with another galaxy, stuff like that. And there's a black hole. I don't remember what it's like called B14713. I don't remember, but
What a
it's
scary name.
yeah, dude, it's it's a black hole that's the result of 2 galaxies colliding, and it's so big, and it could show up at any time. And the thing is if it showed up, we wouldn't know because it would suck everything out. It's like
Instantly.
in a second.
Yeah.
So we wouldn't even know. So we could die at any minute.
Yeah.
No idea. If that black hole decides to pop up, we're done.
That's
Space
what-
is scary, dude.
Eventually, like this Earth is gonna come to an end. It might be. I think they think it's like 500 million or
500
billion
million.
years.
So the sun
Yeah, but
spins.
that's gonna be a scary time for humans. Whenever you see the
I don't
sun
think we'll
just
be
getting
around.
bigger and bigger. Oh,
There's some, at some point,
Very
the
low
evolution
chance we
destroys
are.
us.
Yeah, we'll either die.
I don't think
in
there
like
will-
another
at-
100,000 years, or
in that point in time, will we be humans or will we be some sort of?
I'm sure
that's an Elon Musk podcast right there, bro.
Evolution.
or
Is
the
any of
Alex
this-
Jones.
evolution never stops.
Yeah.
As much as you want to disagree with evolution, there's some point of it that you gotta accept.
Yeah.
Like there's things develop for a reason to adapt to.
There's
the
factual
stresses-
evidence in
to
some
adapt to the
places.
stresses in the everyday life that they have to get accustomed to.
Yeah.
There's new challenges coming in every day, new predators coming in every day. You either adapt or you die.
Adapt or die.
It's crazy.
There's some part of it that you just gotta accept and understand as reality,
I think that's something really special about being human is how well we can adapt to things.
and how well we understand it too.
It's a lot more than people think. Like,
How do you? What do you mean?
we could live in the extremely hot environment, extremely cold environment, and we can adapt to that.
What we've
Where's,
been, what we've been able to create. To
There's a lot of mental hoops that we can adapt to,
Yeah.
if that makes sense.
No,
It's
yeah.
kinda broad.
I mean, yeah, I can see that. I thought you meant like something else. I don't know. Crocodiles.
and at the
those are
same time, we're
true,
also
like-
extremely weak people.
yeah. I mean, we're so
Physically.
susceptible,
Yeah.
but at the same time, we're also very like intuitive.
It's very true that our strongest tool is our mind.
Yeah,
And we only apparently use 15%.
10%.
I've always wanted to go somewhere where like Africa or like I don't know where else on Earth, probably a couple other places where you're not the top of the food chain.
Australia.
You know, yeah. There's something out there that will eat you.
I want to wrangle an alligator or a crocodile before I die. I just want
Wrangle
to
one?
Steve Irwin that bitch.
I don't know if I'd ever want. They're too close to snakes. I don't like snakes that
Oh, I love
much.
snakes.
I'll hold like a non-poisonous snake, but if it
I would-
has
yeah, like a
anything to
rubber
do with
snake.
poison, I don't want it.
It doesn't hurt that. I got bit. Obi bit me a couple times.
Yeah, I've been bit by little snakes. I mean, it's just like a little pinch, but more than that, it's like a cut. But
It's not that bad. I mean,
Some kind of venom flowing through me.
oh yeah, any venomous snake, you're dead like immediately almost.
Mhm.
I think right. There's a couple where you can
There's
linger.
some
from
that
it.
like, the venom's like not as potent to humans just because it's more intended for like rats and stuff.
there was a guy near our hometown that killed himself with a venomous snake.
What?
Yeah, I believe someone in his family owned a exotic pet store, and he just locked himself in his car with a poisonous snake until it bit him. Maybe it was a spider,
Probably a viper. No, not a viper. I don't know what it was.
but like,
That was like rattlesnake or something.
what a
Was it Texas?
what a painful way to die.
Yeah, dude. Just so many different
Jake's
ways.
uncle was that like snake dude.
Yeah, doesn't it like venom like thickens your blood to where you
No, it can't clot.
Coagulates or
yeah
Or
coagulates?
they not- at least that's what it's like with like I think most vipers.
Yeah.
Like rattlesnakes, like
Yeah.
it prevents your blood from clotting.
You'll
So
bleed out of your eye. Like
yeah,
every
yeah,
orifice, you'll
yeah, you
bleed.
start bleeding through your extremities,
Yeah.
like your nose, your eyes, your ears. And it just like keeps.
Ah.
bleeding.
That's worse than eagle torture.
You think?
No, not at all.
Some of them are like pretty instant, and depending on how much you get, like there's some snakes that just like I said, evolve to have some like crazy ass venom.
Yeah.
That'll, like kill an elephant in like an hour, but it'll kill us in seconds.
Yeah.
Just let
God.
it flow especially like where you get bit, you look at like the neck,
Yeah.
and it'll just like pump through all your veins and arteries. Like it's
Instant. Yeah.
The Komodo dragon takes weeks.
Dude, that's my
Poison.
favorite animal.
I want
Komodo
one.
dragon.
That's my spirit animal. Komodo
That'd be
dragon.
really cool. Just because they look so like chill, they're slobbering like dogs.
Yeah.
Yet they could tear apart a deer.
That slobber's venomous too.
You seen them fight?
Yeah, they like hop
Crazy.
up and.
Smack each
Dude,
other.
shout out Planet Earth. What a great show.
They're on one island. It's called like Komodo or some shit.
Yeah, Komodo Island.
It's called Komodo. Yeah.
Mhm.
Oh, dude, they're so
It's
cool.
like don't quote me on it, but maybe like Indonesia.
Probably in the.
So
Where's all that the evolution
Indonesia.
research going
Yeah,
on?
Indonesia.
The
Galapagos.
That's
Galapagos, yeah.
where Charlie Darwin went.
Yeah.
That's where Forrest Galante found that
The
turtle.
Turtle. Yeah, he said
Yeah.
that you had to wait like 3 days so
Yeah.
he wouldn't bring any foreign bacteria.
Then that you said, I believe you said, either they know or they don't know that they think it's pregnant, but they're not sure because apparently sperm can stay in a turtle in its like fertilization stage for like up to 30. Don't quote me, like 30 months,
30
30 weeks, some like a very long time.
That's a very resilient.
Basically
sperm.
waiting for like the ideal conditions to have
Fertilizer.
yeah, to fertilize the egg and then to lay eggs. Because at the time they found the turtle about to die because it was trapped from lava. It was trapped from water source and from its food source. So it was extremely stressed out. And when they found it and they brought it back to their care center, they said it would not leave its water bowl because it was like so scared
Oh yeah,
to
it
lose
was
the
so
water again.
stoked. It was on the water for like 10 days, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Man, dude, the Earth is so crazy. Like, I believe that there are aliens out there, but to believe like a planet
This
like
place
Earth,
is so much cooler than that.
yeah,
to me.
dude, like
It's our planet.
for there to be like almost 200 species to go extinct each day, like that's crazy.
Yeah.
You don't know anything about anything in the ocean either.
Yeah.
Yeah, we talked about that while you walked away, yeah.
It's
Yeah.
just the most extreme place on Earth. Space.
Do you know
backseat,
how,
the
like,
ocean.
I feel like
You ever
this
played
is
some
totally
Minecraft?
me
No.
shooting in the dark, but I feel like most, or like a lot of animals that are believed to be extinct or just found for the first time are found because of oil drilling. Like in the Gulf of Mexico, they found the giant squid because
have,
they were
like,
going
like-
down to repair a pipeline
They have, like,
on one of
cameras
those
on it.
drilling rigs.
Like,
Wow.
And they have cameras on it, and there was a squid hanging out on the pipeline. And it was like 100 and
Tentacles
something
are
feet long,
as fuck.
170
God,
feet
dude,
long,
the
something
ocean
like that.
is so scary, bro.
Yeah, imagine getting
You
eaten
see-
by a squid.
Did you see the 5,000-pound shark?
What? The yeah.
It
The
was on the Joe Rogan podcast.
yeah the
It's called the 5,000-pound shark.
there's like a name for it.
No, it was just called the 5,000-pound shark. That's what I typed in when I YouTubed it.
Okay.
This is from January 17th.
Megalodon, right?
Yeah, megalodon.
Yeah.
They're probably still.
But
out
it's
there.
supposed to be like 300 years old or something. There's also well-known sharks that are like hundreds of years old too.
They found the oldest shark
just
a
don't
couple
move a
days
lot.
ago, and it was like 800.
Imagine that. That
What is
shark
that?
has been alive longer than, I'm not good at math, but before Christopher Columbus, who we hate,
What is it? How old is the shark?
800.
Oh my god.
No, I'm talking about. So this is the 500-pound shark, and then there's
500 pound? That's not a whole lot.
yeah, just look up
Especially
how-
in
it's a
water,
video, it's
because
just a video.
In water, it's a little deceiving because you can be really heavy and still
Oldest.
move fine in the water because it's very buoyant.
There's no pictures. It's just a like shitty camera video of it.
Like the Nessie.
Nessie. Hold on. My internet's buzzing out. Yeah, 500-pound shark.
You gotta focus a little bit more on that projector.
Yeah, I don't. Just bring it over here, honestly. It was
Spin
like,
the wheel.
Parker, you internet, my guy.
Same with this bar.
I got full bars.
It was working good earlier. Sorry, Bomba.
Yeah, mine's not moving too well right now.
We'll
How
go
long
back
have
to
we
it.
been
The internet's
going?
probably just down right now. What were we talking about? 5,000-pound shark, and then there's the oldest shark. I don't know how old it is, but I think it was like 480 years old.
Jesus.
Yeah, they can live forever. Crocodiles, get real.
Crocodiles. Just the fact that they haven't changed since the dinosaurs.
They figured it out.
They're perfect
awesome,
animals.
dude. They don't get disease. They're
It's it. What they said, they either die from hunger or being killed. Like they.
Really?
What's a natural predator?
Old age or?
Like no, I didn't think they like.
all right. Here it
age.
is.
Oh my God.
It's just like they just it's either
They just eventually have to
they-
die
They
somehow.
get killed or they starve, which would take. I would think. If, like,
Yeah,
a
'cause
big
there's some-
crocodile- big
wonder what
crocodile
the
would feel like it'd take
biggest-
a long time for that
I still don't know the difference between a crocodile and alligator.
A crocodile.
Has like a more pointed nose. their
Yeah,
teeth
they're
hang
bigger.
out from-
400 years old, making it the longest living vertebrate known.
their
Greenland
teeth
shark.
hang out from like when they close their mouth. You'll see teeth. Alligators.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure they don't have exposed teeth. And crocodiles are much bigger too.
Alligators are descendant. Alligators are descendants of the crocodile, who are descendants of the T-Rex, and crocodiles are just
So they're just like worm T-Rexes.
yes. Oh, here's a video.
How long would you say the longest crocodile is? Because I just looked it up.
I've seen the
Saltwater
longest
crocs are,
one.
Like close to 30, I think.
Look,
What?
You see that?
It's longer than what I looked up.
I just found this picture.
They touch it, don't they? They
I
better
don't think
touch
they
it.
Touch it. I would not touch it.
I would touch it.
I don't know.
Just to say I touched it. Is it a great white? Do they know?
Yeah, that has to be green white.
This is
No,
a picture just
I have a picture. I think it was like the longest recorded alligator.
This is from somebody.
The crocodile.
This is from Ocean Ramsey's Instagram. They are verified on Instagram. This is the shark river.
Oh my god,
Why are you swimming with that thing?
they're really docile for the
What
most
a
part.
what a job.
That is,
Yeah,
that's spooky.
crocodiles are crazy looking
I
though.
feel saltwater crocs I think are like known to be close, like the biggest one's close to like 30 feet.
Let me look that up. Saltwater
Probably
croc.
like over 2,500 pounds too. Like massive.
18. I'm seeing like 20 feet.
I saw one. I went to the alligator farm, and I don't remember where it was.
Louisiana?
No, it was in like North Carolina, I think.
Oh yeah.
And they had like one of like the largest crocs ever.
I hate that video of them feeding that crocodile, and they like toss the whatever it is piece of chicken in there, and that one grabs the other crocodile's leg
Oh,
and
just
just
rips
alligator
it
rolls.
off. The crocodile don't even care, dude. You just like take that.
The longest,
Take
It's
the
literally like, dude.
longest
That's my
saltwater
leg.
croc in captivity was 20 feet 3 inches
Yeah.
and weighed
Low long.
low long and weighed
Low long.
almost 2,400 pounds. This was in captivity though, so
This is saltwater croc.
saltwater croc. I
That's
think
pumping them with proteins.
they're notorious.
see what they can do.
Them and like Nile crocs are like.
I know it's pretty typical to shoot like 12-foot long crocodiles though. Like
And those alligators that they do in like was it Swamp People?
Swamp
the
People,
biggest
yeah.
ones they would get would be like
13, 14 feet. Yeah.
They're like 1,000-pound crocodiles.
I want to wrangle.
And they get a
one,
lot of
just a
money for those
small one.
crocodiles.
I would never want to wrangle a big one.
Do they still do like crocodile skin? Is that why?
I think so.
I don't know. I
Crocodile
mean,
skin
crocodiles.
purses.
Have you
and
seen
stuff.
how they catch those things in Swamp People?
No,
Yeah.
how do they?
Treble hook on a rope. and they like catch the alligator and like as
They
they're
just
bringing
hang
they
it from a
foul
tree.
hook it. They like
Yeah.
foul hook it in the body or something.
What?
Yeah.
And just like fish it in, and then once they gets up the boat, they shoot in the head.
To kill them, you have to shoot a perfect shot in like the back of the
In
head.
their brains, yeah.
Dude, they're perfect
Foul
animals.
hooking an alligator. Like a treble hook. That thing's like
Goodness.
it's probably like this big. With the
Basically,
three hooks on
grapple
sides.
hooking an alligator.
Yeah. In the water.
Crocodile,
Could
whatever.
never.
water.
Not in the water. If I could bring it on land,
You get to,
they're
like,
pretty quick on land too,
You have
huh?
to like slowly drag it in, make sure you actually
Climb
get it.
trees. That's all you gotta do.
You know what I
At
think
least
are
you can get
aliens?
away from them by climbing trees.
Don't climb a tree
Bears.
against a bear. Do not climb a
Do
tree
not.
against a bear.
I think
Don't run away
spiders
from
are
a bear.
aliens.
You just
Parker.
gotta take that ass whooping like a man.
What?
You gotta
From a
revenant.
bear,
You gotta revenant when you're on
You
a
ever,
bear.
yeah, Revenant?
you gotta play
No
You just gotta-
way. Get real.
Act dead and maybe it loses interest in you.
Yeah. I think
Bears?
spiders are aliens. Just thought of that.
spiders.
There's a legitimate argument that's saying octopuses
Yep.
are
Oh
aliens,
yeah,
are
I
from-
saw
You
that
see that
too.
video of that thing? They put it in a jar in the water, and like they closed the lid on the jar and it opened it from inside.
Yeah. They can go through keyholes.
They
Really?
can change
Uh-huh.
color.
Like the big ones?
They have insane
There's
camouflage.
yeah,
Yeah, they
there was a
dream, they
scientist
just
that
totally
lived with a crocodile. I don't know if he was a scientist. I don't know what he was, but dude, this mic.
I don't know what you do. You're messing with
It just keeps sliding off.
Really?
But there was a scientist that lived with an octopus for a while, and he would figure out how it would basically become his pet, and like it would change colors based on its mood and stuff. And he'd get home and he'd like be excited and all this stuff.
What was that movie called?
Nice guess, but
It was called.
that's a
Yeah, those
really
things are-
broad.
Those things are aliens.
No, the documentary was called like.
What's it about?
Oh yeah,
What's it called?
I think it's
It's called like learning. I don't remember. I wanted to watch it, but I forgot.
yeah.
Spiders are crazy though, man. Their string is tougher than or is more elastic than nylon and 5 times stronger than steel.
Yeah,
And did you
I
see
knew
that
that.
that
That's
video
crazy.
where they went into space with it?
and it was fine.
You know, it went into space and it learned how to create a web in like under an hour. And the web was
With no
the
gravity.
yeah with no gravity, and the web was
Well, all
like
you have to
10
do-
times better than any of the web. It was 10 times better than any of the web found on Earth because they adapted.
So
to
it's
it
like
so
it was its
quickly.
natural environment.
Yeah.
Its DNA with
Yeah.
matter. Because like I
And
bet
it-
for that spider an hour is like a decent amount of time in its lifespan.
Yeah,
So it figured it out.
it
changed
created
what
like
it
the most complex web ever
changed
discovered.
what it needed to change.
It's crazy. Spiders are crazy, dude. Spiders are aliens. Octopuses are aliens. That's it. I don't think anything else is an alien. I think
Nancy Pelosi.
Nancy Pelosi.
Just kidding.
Hey, we're just joking. It was a joke, guys.
Impeach.
Oh man, didn't they delay it another week? The impeachment, or they're doing it this week, right?
Delay it until the election.
Something like that. Who knows?
Let's not get political.
Let's keep it PG, huh?
Because I'm probably wrong. I'm wrong about a lot of things. So
Yeah.
We're just out here spitballing, you know, just throwing ideas around.
Just let me
chunking
live
them
my
out
dumb
there
life.
like it's nothing. Yeah. And how long has this been? It's been an hour and a half.
That's it.
We got the Google machine checking facts.
The fact checker. What else? What else is new? What's new in your life, Parker? Talk to me.
God, I'm not ready for classes to start, man.
I kind of want to get it over with.
I enjoy winter breaks. We were talking about this when we're at the deer lease this weekend. And it's like a mini summer, you know?
Yeah.
You get
So
3
long,
months for
it's a
summer,
long
you get a
break.
whole month for winter break.
I shot a deer this weekend, my first deer.
Yeah.
Oh, y'all went to the deer lease, huh?
Very proud of
Yeah.
that.
That's cool.
Had a great shot. Through the neck, hit the
Last
spine,
ones.
out the butthole. Legitimately out the butthole. Never seen it before.
Did you shoot it this way?
I shot-
Yeah,
so
it was
like
it was
the
it was
side.
broadside,
It was
but
facing me like this. It went like through here, both lungs. There's a huge like fucking exposure to the spine. Like it blew out the spine.
yeah.
Like traveled like I guess through the back and like came out. There's another exit wound like right next to the butthole.
So when you skin a deer, you start pretty much at the butthole, and that's the first thing I saw was that there was 2 buttholes. It was never seen it before.
I want to go hunting. Take me hunting.
when it
All right,
drops,
we going this weekend.
Let's go this weekend.
we
alright.
walked up to it like there was
Ow.
no exit wound. Like it was super.
I don't have a
clean on
gun.
both sides. We
I
were
got a
like,
gun.
where
He
did
shot
I
my
shoot
gun.
this thing? And then we lifted it up straight and it was just like right through the neck.
Oh, it's crazy. Did you eat the meat?
Oh yeah, it's
How was it?
processing right now. We got hamburgers, we got butterfly steaks coming in, we got
Jerky.
summer sausage, we got jerky.
Yeah, let's go. Let's go next week.
Let's go.
How far was it? How far away is it?
It's 4 hours,
3.5, 4 hours.
3.5 drive.
Yeah, let's do it. I'm down.
It's great.
For it.
We don't have class Monday, right?
Fishing?
Yeah, Columbus.
No.
No.
No, is it really?
Or it's-
MLK.
No, it's MLK.
Okay. Shout out MLK. We're a
Shout out to
very,
the real one,
very
MLK.
pro MLK podcast.
No,
Christopher Columbus.
child pedo rings
No.
with MLK.
No.
We lit up the fucking pond they had out there. Some good fish. I
Yeah.
caught 4.5, 5 pound
Dude,
bass.
the weekend before I caught 37 bass.
Oh God, I want to go out to that, dude.
It
It
was
was
like-
crazy. I still got all my
I was out
fishing
there just
stuff.
fucking letting it rip. I was-
Yeah.
That fillet
My
knife
dad
in
limited
truck.
out on ducks in 15 minutes.
Yeah.
God.
When we pulled up to that pond, there was just a fucking horde of duck just going.
Is it like camping, or is it? Do you have like a? Oh,
We have a couple campers out there.
oh badass, dude.
It's nice.
I was
So-
pretty cozy.
You got like 3 space heaters in there, and
Dude, I was
it feels like home.
more than comfortable.
We got a campfire. We just sit
Taking
around and
lily pisses every time we need
listen
one.
to country music.
Dude, pissing in the wild is like so much better.
Oh, we did. Yeah, so much better. Into the
Who needs a bathroom, dude?
It's just the washing your hands part. That's a little.
You gotta throw some Germ-X on there.
Yeah. A little spit. Spit does the
Yeah,
same
a
thing.
little- Come on now. Speaking of pissing outdoors, I'm gonna go do one myself. Jackson, go ahead and take over for me, big dog. I got a weak ass bladder.
Hop on the mic.
What can we talk about this weekend? What else happened? What else happened?
Let me think.
Shooting that, I believe, is a 45 Marlin.
For your dad?
No, Colton's.
Oh yeah, that gun.
That was a
That
big
elephant gun?
boy.
That thing had my shoulder hurting.
That
I
a
was
big
sore.
boy.
I really do think that's what made that shot with that 30-06 a lot easier.
Yeah, it felt like a pellet gun.
It did not feel like anything. It felt like that AR that we were shooting. Like it really didn't hurt that
Dude,
bad.
that I'm building an AR as ASAP. I need to get on that right now.
Dude, that muzzle brake was
Muzzle
loud.
brakes.
That
one
thing had
I'm
my
spending
ears
money on.
screaming on it. I was like,
Uh,
oh. Even
Yeah, I
with those
definitely lost
earplugs.
some decibels from that.
Yeah, for sure.
Eardrum took a couple years to damage.
But
off
shooting
one.
that thing, it felt like a little BB
It
gun.
was just doo, 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 doo. What did we have in there? It was like
223,
223. That's what. Yeah.
which
It's not like it was anything.
I
like
believe you could throw
super heavy.
5.56 in there, but we did not.
Isn't it? That's like the main ammo for that.
Yeah,
isn't it?
yeah. For an AR, typically, yeah.
That's what I thought. At least that's what it is in Call of Duty. Hashtag. I enjoy Call of Duty, but I know a lot of people don't. I just enjoy having fun on my video
Hit that.
games. Rocket League as well. Give Rocket League a check out if you haven't.
Spin the wheel. Wheel of Fortune.
Aha!
Man, you see
Now
that
we're
one?
just screaming.
Second row, third one in. That's a damn boy. He thick.
He's thick,
That's
boy.
a thick ass boy.
That's good enough, right?
Yeah.
Anybody seen any good TikToks lately?
Oh, dude,
God, I love
we started
TikToks.
on TikTok.
When we were talking about Treaty of Versailles, that reminded me of the. There's a TikTok and he's like he's throwing a party, and he's like,
Oh, he's like, World War
Germany,
I after
don't
party.
even think about
Yeah.
it.
We're at Paris, France. It's so stupid, bro. TikTok is so dumb. It's just toilet humor.
What to
most of the
bring?
time.
$8 million in reparations.
It's toilet humor and then like 15-year-old girls that look like they're 20.
Dude, some of the stuff is like pretty enlightening. Well, we can't look at TikToks right now. That's terrible.
Yeah, we'll
podcast.
get pulled off of
Cooking videos on
YouTube.
TikTok, though, those
Yeah.
are clutch. I enjoy those.
And shout out to social media algorithms. They always show me like different hunting TikToks and all this stuff. I don't care if you learn me to figure that stuff out to show me the stuff I like.
Yeah.
I don't care.
So that's it. I feel like
Invade my
personalized media has
privacy. I
kind of
have
just like
nothing to hide.
destroyed us the past couple of years. But who knows? Because if you think about it, I mean, these media conglomerates that are really taken over is just
Conglomerates.
the aspect. It's just like the post fallout of personalized media. Because I can tell you one thing: whenever I look up news, sometimes I don't even know what's truthful or not.
Yeah.
Like if I look
exactly.
if I see something from Fox News or CNN, I automatically know that it's not true. I know that it's mostly true, but
It's
opinionated.
not that it's not true. And fake news is like I know it's thrown around a lot.
Fake
and
news
it's
is
not-
BuzzFeed.
I wouldn't say
Well,
it's
don't soon be
fake
BuzzFeed
news.
because most
It's
of your stuff is
just
true.
the way that in every media, in my opinion, is guilty of this, and it's the way they skew it to get more clicks
Yeah,
because
Taylor-
that's
Yeah.
all that
It's
matters.
clickbait.
Message to their
Yeah.
intended
Clickbait.
target. intended target audience.
Yeah.
They know who watches that program.
When I go home, all my dad watches is Fox
It's
News.
just Fox News.
And I cannot handle it. I mean, I would consider myself more conservative than not, but Fox News is just as bad as CNN. As
It's worse.
all they want to
actually.
do is
Yeah.
shit on CNN.
I
All
just
CNN
wanna-
wants to do is vice versa.
Like local news is really where you get your most media. I like AP News too. I get a lot of my news from AP News.
Really? Are
Yeah.
they non-biased?
Yeah, it's-
I mean,
I-
they all claim to be non-biased, but
Have you looked at the news feed on Reddit? God.
yeah, that's our politics.
Oh, it's the.
That's such a scum.
Oh
It's
man.
awful. I love. My favorite thing to do is to look at that, and sort the comments by controversial. That's fun.
Really?
That's fun.
I need to do that.
Oh, have you not done that?
That's a good
You
podcast
really
idea.
see some
Is to
shots
just
being
sort some
fired.
Reddit stuff from controversial.
Yeah.
That could be your podcast.
Dude, I stopped. I don't know what happened recently, but I just haven't looked at Reddit very much. I used to look at it at least a couple times a day, and then it moved to like once a day, and
Yeah.
now it's like barely once a week.
I used it all the time when I first got my reptiles because they're very
Yeah.
supportive. They're
It's
very
it's a
helpful.
great. It's just it's dying, you know.
I don't think
it's-
it's dying.
If
Good
you
for
look,
us.
there's just so much censorship. It's worse
That
than
is true.
Twitter
The red
and
pill. They
Instagram.
took down the red pill.
Yeah,
Yeah. That's
that was one of my favorite subreddits, and
Yeah.
I wouldn't say I'm anything like that, but
it's
it
not because we're
definitely helped.
douchebags, but it's funny to watch. It's funny to read some of the articles. Yeah.
And it's also nice to get that little confidence boost every once in a while. Like, yeah, I'm a man. I can do that.
Man,
I'm a
40.
man.
I'm a man. I'm 40.
This is my hat. You ever seen that? Hot Rod?
Have you seen?
This is my hat now.
It's my hat.
Totally my hat.
Ugh,
We gotta watch Hot Rod again. That
I
was,
love Hot Rod. How? What's T minus to the game?
About
About an
an hour.
hour.
Hours of change.
Got an hour.
hour 4 minutes.
It's gonna take me forever to. Actually, this is what I like. I got the video and then I have the audio recording, so I can just throw them together, post
We need to
it.
thaw that chicken out. That's what we should have.
We should throw some chicken
Yeah.
rice on
Shit,
God.
it's been an
I
hour
think
40.
we eat more chicken and rice than any person on the planet.
Dude, chicken is so.
What do
good.
you usually What do you typically eat? Do you cook for yourself or do you go out? to
Yeah,
eat?
I cook for myself mostly. It's right now I'm on a big chicken thing.
Yeah.
Um,
Big chicken guy.
big chicken. Yeah, but usually it's a mix between chicken, shrimp, and salmon.
Salmon.
I might try to.
If I could afford
Where do you
salmon
get
all the
salmon?
time,
Oh, you get it from Walmart.
Absolutely.
It's like $6 for like a
half pound.
like 10 fillets. Yeah.
No
Yeah, you get
way,
the
really?
packaged fillets.
I'm
Yeah,
gonna go look at
Walmart
Market
grocery.
Street. I'm gonna look at Market Street to see. Like,
We're gonna
what
shop
they have,
around a
what
little bit
kind
for
of
our salmon.
prices
Yeah,
are.
That's what I do for.
Dude, salmon's a big fish. I don't know why it's so expensive. Well, so is tuna, I guess.
Yeah,
think
tuna's
just hard to
healthy for you,
catch.
too. Yeah. But yeah, I do that. I'll cook chicken.
Salmon's
Yeah.
fantastic
Go
for
for it.
you also.
I do the healthy choices too, though.
Yeah.
I feel like.
Oh, I like those
Yeah.
healthy choices.
Power bowls. Oof.
Mm-hmm.
Healthy
Big
choice.
Power
Give me
Bowl
free
guy.
stuff.
We'll eat on air.
We'll eat it on air.
Honestly, that would be great in the mic. Just a little slapping.
ASMR.
Let's start an ASMR channel.
I don't even know what kind of equipment you need for that, dude.
Just one of these mics, and you absolutely
Welcome to
swallow
my
it.
ASMR channel.
Sensitive mic.
It's like dudes eating
Get your-
chicken nuggets.
Get
Did you
your-
know what's the one?
Get Squirt in here eating some carrots.
Bro, because he smacks his lips, man. You know how?
Yeah,
they
I
do-
know. I
You
love
put
it.
it like I give him a mango and I got stuck on the.
Do you
roof of
feed
his
him
mouth.
with tweezers?
No, I just.
Oh.
I'll either throw it in a bowl or I'll just give it to him. I'll hand feed it.
I guess with the worms, I feed Wizard worms with the tweezers. And anytime he sees tweezers, it's like saying dog for or
It's game
treat for
time.
a dog.
game
It's like
time.
yeah.
Squirt will. I'll put it sometimes when I calcium does his crickets. I'll put him in a bag, and he knows it. And I'll like get the bag into his cage so I can pour it into his food bowl, and he just bites the bag.
Yeah.
Where the crickets are, and just crushes them.
The
So-
crickets are like, oh my god.
It's great. He just hunts him down. It's crazy. But I give him a mango.
us
one
a
time,
running
got stuck on the roof
start.
of his mouth, and he was just smacking his lips for like 20 minutes.
I love feeling their tongue.
Yeah, it's like you
Freaky.
little kid. But the downside of feeding Squirt by hand now is now he's kind of big. And
Just
one
taking some
time,
bites out of you.
yeah, I gave him a little too much lettuce and it got stuck on my finger, and he just went for it. And you can kind of see where it is. Like he almost broke my nail. It still hurts.
Oh
'Cause-
my god.
Nice bruise.
Do
Yeah,
they
give me
have
the-
biting force that's
oh
strong?
yeah, dude, they have
They
biting
crunch those
force.
like I think once they get bigger, don't they eat like bigger insects? Obviously.
Yeah, well,
So
I mean,
what's-
just give them crickets, bigger crickets.
they gotta crunch those things.
They eat
got some
pinkies though. They
exoskeletons.
can eat pinkies. You know what those are? They're
Not your
they're
finger?
newborn rats, newborn mice. Like, they
Really?
can't see yet. They're like this big.
Mammals. They can eat mammals.
Yeah. Crunch them up.
Ow.
Yeah.
Dude, I miss that. I don't know if we can talk about it, but that weekly Snapchat of you feeding your snake.
Oh, I mean, what? I mean, yeah, you could talk about it.
Game over.
You gotta. GG's in the chat. Yeah, dude.
It's
I mean,
nature. Nature's metal.
mice don't have any other function really. They're just
Yeah.
food.
They're just
Nature's
there.
metal, give nature
But I am.
They're like grass. They're there to be eaten.
Yeah. I mean, I
would
want to
say.
start
Great pets, but I mean,
they're getting. It's getting to the point where I'm starting to feel bad though, and I just want to have them killed pre-delivery
Yeah.
because.
Will the snake like it as much? or-
Yeah, it's like kind of it's there's a couple different arguments. Like you could say it's inhumane to give them a live rat because it's inhumane for
It
the
can
mouse,
fight
but
back.
you can also say it's inhumane for the snake
Yeah.
because it's not. used
It's
to just
nature.
eating dead
It's
stuff.
nature. I don't know why. It's nature.
Yeah, it's
You know,
nature. You
it's
just gotta-
happening right now as we speak. Probably snakes eating a rat. Probably, I would say hundreds of thousands
all the time.
of snakes are eating a rat right this second.
When they get bigger though, you typically want to kill them because then they eat stuff like guinea pigs and stuff. You gotta give
Yeah.
them bigger food, like the articulated pythons.
How much is a guinea pig?
I don't know. I don't think you buy the guinea pigs. I don't know. I just
Can you start a guinea pig farm? And
Ryan told me about it. He told me because of the bigger ones, the reticulated
Prairie
pythons they
dogs.
have, they're super big. No, prairie dogs are like assholes apparently.
oh, I love prairie dogs.
Yeah, there's a bunch of prairie dogs at Walters. You never been to Walters?
No, I haven't actually. I don't think
Oh,
so.
go to Walters. They got prairie dogs. They
You
got
got any
guinea pigs.
dogs?
They got reticulated.
Just kidding.
pythons,
Adopt, don't shop.
sloths, lemurs. Sometimes they have a lemur just run around. Just runs around the building with the
Wow.
parrot. Parrot, you walk in, the parrot goes hello.
No way.
Yeah, you get a parrot, and then there's
Let's
a
go to
lemur that they
Walters.
have on a leash. He just runs around, shits everywhere. It's cool. Dude, oh, it's so fun there. Love going there. And then you go to the back.
Oh,
they
I'm
got
excited.
Sloths. Yeah.
They have a sloth.
Yeah, they got a sloth. They got rattlesnakes and.
Is this like a legitimate place, or is this like some sketchy?
No,
hole in
this
the
is a
wall where this
legitimate
guy's-
business. Yeah, they have
Okay.
it's a cool place. Yeah.
Yeah.
They have these things called fishing cats.
Got
There's
any
only
tigers?
300 of them in the world. Only 300 fishing cats in the world, and then the owner has like 3 of them.
Fishing cats.
Yeah, they're called fishing cats. Look them up.
Is it a fish or a cat?
It's a fishing cat. They're so cute. They're like $5,000 a piece.
Wow.
They're so rare.
Are they the cats that have like the cheetah print
They're black.
design?
They're like grayish.
Wow.
You gotta
Do
see
they
'em.
fish?
They're cute. Yeah, I guess they eat fish. I don't know. I don't even know where they. Ryan always tells me about them. I just it's cool. Yeah, it's a real cool place to go to.
Where's it at?
It's on 32nd, 34th.
Hey, we're on 32nd right now.
Yeah, it's literally right across the street, or like right around the corner from you guys.
Wow. Okay.
Yeah, if you
I
guys
didn't
like
realize
go
it
straight
lived
and
so
then
close
turn
to a
right.
sloth, but let's
Yeah.
do it.
Yeah, it's so cool. I go there. I gotta go there tomorrow. I think get some crickets.
Yeah.
Yeah. Bring your lizard up here though.
I'm trying.
Why don't you?
My mom loves him.
Oh really?
Yeah.
Yeah. As long as he's getting taken care of. you know.
Oh yeah, for sure. We have 2 at the house.
Do they
My
live in the
s-
same town?
No.
Okay.
Apparently, if you're a teacher, you get them for free. You
What?
can get a teacher grant. So
Yeah.
she keeps him on the weekends. Well, basically when she's home,
Uh-huh.
and she takes him to school every day. Not
She-
every day. During the week, he stays at school.
Does
but
she take the tank or does she just like bring?
She
him
has
home?
a bigger tank at school.
And she just transfers him.
Uh huh.
Oh,
and
that's
then
cool.
a smaller little
Yeah.
tank.
They're like
at the
dogs.
house.
I mean, they're super
Yeah.
docile. They just kind of chill.
And at school, he just gets. I don't know if it's good for him, but he just gets picked up all day by people, and everybody has different names for him. Like,
Yeah.
and it's not kids. It's like
Well, yeah,
high
as long as-
schoolers. They wash their hands before, and she definitely makes them wash after, because they can have what's it called?
Salmonella. It's just in their
Salmonella, yeah.
poop. It's not.
That salmonella is absolutely not real. Anti-salmonella podcast.
It's
We
just
love
in their
cookie
poop, though. But yeah, all reptiles have poop in their salmonella, or they have salmonella in their poop. yeah. I mean, it is
Dude,
good
they've
to wash your
taken
hands.
some
Though.
monster poops.
Oh, dude, they're so smelly.
Really?
Yeah,
I
dude,
never had to clean it up.
squirt like a fucking. It's like this big.
Yeah.
bro. It's all
And like
wet.
some of them are like half the size of their body. I'm like, where did that come from?
It's the
Yeah.
crickets, bro. They can eat like 80 crickets in a day. Like
Oh my
Squirt acts like
God.
I don't feed him. Every time I feed him, I give him like 20 crickets just to
I mean, if you're a wild animal, it's like any food you get, you're gonna eat.
Yeah, but I mean,
You never
he's
know when
so
you're gonna get fed on.
consistent. Like it's
Yeah.
like clockwork. He knows when to go to sleep.
Their mind is not that
It's not
big.
Fiona.
He knows. He knows how the days work now because I got a timer.
Yeah, Fiona, our dog, eats
Inhales their food.
eats her food like somebody's about to steal it.
She's a street dog, man. I don't know
Yeah.
how long
She's been on the streets.
Oh, she was on the streets.
There's something about those street dogs.
She was on the streets. Like she's behaved and stuff. Like,
We
she
were
knows- she
talking
understands
this
it.
weekend about how
It's just her food.
dogs lifting one leg to pee. We
Uh-huh.
think it's a learned behavior because we've heard a lot of stories about people having a dog that does that, and then when other dogs that don't do it get around it, they start doing it. Or also,
I think it's based off like their environment too.
also them kicking their legs after
like
they
kicking the dirt
after
off
they
the
take a
place.
poop or something.
I think
like
with,
covering their
male
scent.
dogs,
Oh,
So
really?
we're like some street dogs taught them
I
that.
think when like male dogs like piss like they like drop their ass a little bit.
Yeah,
I think it's like just in case they need to like take off right away.
Really?
that's a
So-
good point.
So they're just like ready to go. That's also like how
And-
they sleep too. Like they sleep like this on their paws. And they just anything they hear they can just pop right back
Yeah.
up and just get ready to go.
Nolan at home, my dog, he'll anytime he goes to the restroom, he's got his eyes on me, and that's been proven that it's because if they detect like any sort of danger, like they're trusting you to basically be
Yeah,
on
the
watch.
signal.
Yeah, they see you in danger or they see you react to something dangerous. They're like, because they're vulnerable while they're going to the restroom, you know?
Yeah. Prairie dogs are like that too. Have you ever
Yeah.
been to Buddy Holly Park?
Mhm.
It's like right by my house.
Yeah.
So many prairie dogs there. They're crazy. I had to go there because I do some work with 98.7, and
To the
There's-
park?
huh?
To the park?
No, it's like 'cause this is a coffee shop, and then there's
Ah.
a park. You know, Canyon Lake.
Yeah,
That's broken up. Yeah, there's so many prairie dogs there. They're so like
they're everywhere.
Stateful.
There's no, I don't, do they have any kind of predator or are they just really good at avoiding that predator?
well, they have a whole
Hawks, maybe?
hierarchy. Like they have like they'll bark. You know, if they see because I'll go on
And
a
all
run
of 'em.
sometimes.
Choo.
Yeah, and they'll bark and then they'll just duck in.
Yeah. Dude, it's crazy to me. All those tunnels are connected.
Yeah, dude.
That's so cool.
And they do it like under the pathways, like under the concrete.
Yeah.
They're so cool. So cool. Animals are crazy, dude.
There's
I'm
really like no way to get rid of them because of that.
The first time we went there before break, like on like the second hole we were at, I think it was on the other course. It was just like
Yeah.
the fairway was just
Canyon
covered
side.
with prairie dog holes. And like I hit my ball over there, and literally just like watching me. Like I would like walk up to him and like walk right into the hole, just like, hey.
Wasn't there a prairie dog in Caddyshack?
Yeah.
Isn't that what he's trying
in
to
the
blow
show?
up?
Or is it groundhog, right?
Groundhog,
or
yeah,
prairie
that's
dog.
right.
Yeah.
What's the difference?
Have you ever seen the greatest game ever played?
Jamie, look that up.
You ever seen that movie? Greatest
What?
game ever played? It's a golfing movie.
Yeah,
Shia LaBeouf.
yeah. It's
So good.
the
Love that
old
movie.
style golf.
Yeah.
It's like the
It was
it's Shia LaBeouf, right?
Like 15.
just said
it was
that.
right before World War One.
He won though. Nobody believed in him, and he won.
US Open. They
Spoiler.
The first peasant to win, right? First
Yeah.
peasant to win the U.S. Open.
He's like the
Now look at-
second or third American to win it.
Look
too,
at
I
Brooks
think.
Koepka. They're all peasants. Ah, jokes. You watch golf?
I do. I'm gonna watch the Masters again. Starts in February. The Masters.
April.
Sure.
It's April every year. God, there's no better feeling than when a Masters commercial comes on. It makes me so happy.
Dude, they're
Because it seems like the Masters weekend is always that first weekend that starts getting pretty warm outside.
yeah, it's so nice.
Just open all the doors and you got the Masters on.
Yeah, it's such a satisfying game to watch too.
And it's last year was perfect watching Tiger Woods, but
He
who
won
knows
last
what's
year,
gonna,
right?
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. Who knows what's gonna happen this year?
I don't
It's the
know my
Masters,
golfers
anything
as
can
well. I just know Tiger Woods, and I knew the old dude. He does,
It's
like,
been so
the
hard for me to
Cialis
like
commercials
Tiger
now.
Woods because I was grown up not liking him a lot
Really,
because
the whole controversy.
yeah, well, no, I didn't care about that at all. It's just him and LeBron James. I'm really not a big fan of because how much attention they get. Like,
Do you
there's
think LeBron is better than Michael Jordan?
I never got to see Michael Jordan play. I'd say LeBron's pretty good, and I have also no room to speak about this, but I would say Michael Jordan is the GOAT because of his brand. You know, he's Michael Jordan. He is the GOAT.
He was like the
LeBron
first NBA
James is just
billionaire.
trying to be that second Michael Jordan, and as soon as you try to be like Michael Jordan, you're automatically never going to be like Michael Jordan. You know?
You're never gonna be you.
Yeah, exactly. If he had gone his own path, instead of doing Space Jam 2, did his own movie.
Yeah.
Who knows? I'm not watching that
Did
movie.
Space Jam 2 come out already?
No, he's like filming it, I think. I
I'd
think
watch-
they're
I'm gonna
waiting for
watch it.
after the season. If he's filming it during the season, that's pretty. I feel like that'd be a conflict of interest with the
Yeah.
Lakers.
It's kind of a spit in the face. I'm gonna
Yeah.
go play with the Looney Tunes. Fuck off.
Who needs practice? I'm gonna go film a movie.
I got Bugs Bunny, my dude. I like that movie though.
I heard there's some things in it though that I've heard that I'm gonna like. Like I think the Monstars are back in it.
Oh really?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't
what was
remember
it
that.
last year's Charles Barkley was one of the Monstars,
Yeah.
and
I love that
just
Charles
know
Barkley and Shaq beef. On was it the
They don't- they
NBA
have real
and
beef?
TNT. Well, it's like they're
it's just like a back and forth.
yeah, it's hilarious.
Yeah.
Shaq did some hilarious thing, and it was like him in all these famous movies, and like the last one, he was like had a huge dig on Charles Barkley.
Oh really?
His fat ass.
I like the Rob Riggle how he always picks on Terry Bradshaw. And
Oh, yeah.
John Johnson with his picks. Oh, I
Yeah.
love that. Sometimes he really digs in, bro.
Yeah.
Sometimes
You know
he's
there's
bad.
real beef there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He was a Marine. I think,
Really?
or Army. He did like 4 tours.
Wow, I didn't know that.
Tours. No, I don't know. It was 4. Maybe it was like 3 tours. But he did tours.
At least a tour.
Yeah, at least 1. He did some tours, then he retired. Same thing with Kylo Ren from Star Wars. He was a Marine.
I think I knew that. And
Yeah, because he has this charity.
it helped his training.
Something
I
like
think,
that. He was
yeah.
a Marine. I don't know how long he was a Marine for, but because I saw he started a charity for,
Yeah.
for like acting, military. I don't know, something like that.
That's cool.
That's crazy.
I've just been staring at these crocodiles. On
Dude,
the-
crocodiles are so cool, man.
We going back to crocodiles?
Are we gonna go back to crocodiles? Would you ever get a tattoo? I
No.
was thinking I'd get a tattoo of crocodile.
I'm not like a. It's not that I'm a. I don't know. I guess I wouldn't consider myself a fan of them. It's just I have no idea what I would want on my body for the rest of my life.
It's
There's
true.
nothing that important to me.
I was thinking about getting my animals
I might
like
like.
a picture of Squirt and
That'd be
Obi.
yeah.
Yeah.
That's kind of cool. I don't know where I would put anything. I don't know for what reason. So it's never interested me.
Yeah, that's the thing. Like you gotta, like people who have like full like.
I've never understood the rebellious, like being a rebel by getting tattoos or piercings or
Yeah,
like
don't get tattoos to
It's
be a rebel. Just
like
do it
why
because
not
it
just
means
be a
something.
rebel in how you think and how you act instead of just
Smoke
putting
weed,
something
dude. Don't
externally.
Go smoke weed.
Yeah,
Don't
do
just,
something
like, paint
illegal.
Your body.
Be
Yeah.
an actual rebel.
Yeah. Don't just pierce your
Start
belly button.
some anarchy. I don't know.
Yeah. Why not? Go burn a lime on Main Street.
Oh, that was fun.
That was wild.
Allegedly.
Didn't they tear gas y'all?
Allegedly. I don't know if I can
Alleged.
get in trouble
There's
for that, but
alleged
it's
tear
fun.
gas. You think we're gonna go all the way this year? Tech basketball.
God. I mean, we're not hot right now, so if we get hot at the right time, we can. Because we are very cold right now.
We beat the
The number 1 team in the country,
yeah,
Louisville.
Louisville. We beat
Yeah.
Louisville, and then we didn't get ranked, and then we started going down the shitter.
We got, I think, ranked like 22nd or something. And we played Baylor a couple nights ago. We went to that game, and it was just we shot around 30% from 3, from field, from 3-point line, everything. Moretti did not play well. I think he had 2 points from free throws. It just everyone has to be on for it to click.
Yeah.
Chris Beard, I think, is
It's a team.
Chris Beard's what we got going for us, and it's working. I mean, we got some recruits on the way, though. I'm excited. I think we have 2 5-star recruits coming.
Can you pay?
One of them from Duncanville.
I know the NCAA. That doesn't count for. It counts for football. You can start to pay your players, but can you do that in
Well-
basketball too?
College players have always been paid a little bit from what I've heard. And it's not a lot. It's like maybe $500 or $1,000 a month or something. It's enough to be able to buy more food because it is true that they burn a lot more calories.
Yep.
So they need to be able to eat a lot more. But
You put in the
also
tuition.
they have that nutrition
Scholarship.
place next to the stadium, which I've heard is amazing. But I think athletes should be paid. If you're just the amount of work that they put into
Yeah.
it, it's insane.
My dad's buddy, I want to say it's his coworker, but he played for A&M, or was it Texas Tech? He played for I think it was Texas Tech actually, and he was playing for their football team, and he was asking him, like how fun was college for it, and he was like, well, the parties were fun every once in a while, but he said that he kind of lost some of that college experience.
Oh,
Because
for sure,
Because
yeah.
you're so dictated. Almost every aspect of your life is dictated by the sport.
Absolutely.
But I mean, there's a reason why.
And I know some people. I study with a guy who's in petroleum engineering with me, and he's on the practice squad for the basketball team. He basically practices and does the same drills so that they can keep them sharp as well, to keep the team sharp.
Yeah.
So he's basically a player, but it's for the women's basketball team. He plays against the woman.
What?
Yeah. Says they're good. Yeah.
What? Oh,
Yeah.
dude, I would definitely
But I
be on
mean,
the scout team to do that.
shout out to him for having that heart to just want to go out there and ball
Get
and spend all that
dunked on by
energy
the
and all that
WNBA.
time being a petroleum engineer
Yeah.
just to help these girls get better at basketball.
Shout out to women's basketball.
Yeah. Our team, not so great, but
Just
hey,
the thing
Texas
of
Tech
it,
has a
yeah.
national championship.
Yeah.
I think 1993, something like that.
I
Marsha
think
Sharp.
women's
Shout out
sports
Marsha
are-
Sharp.
Where's that? It's like women's football, and they like play in bikinis.
Oh, lingerie football? I
Yeah.
hate that. Not
Put
a
them in
fan.
pads. Put them in
Um,
pads.
I've gotten into WNBA a little bit.
I
It's good betting.
I want to. I don't even get into NBA that much. I'm a Spurs fan.
Oh, absolutely. I can't watch an NBA game to save my life unless it's playoffs, maybe,
Yeah.
definitely finals I could. But
Well, I was a Rockets fan. But I
Was?
was because I mean I don't really
you
care
got
about
Russell
NBA.
now.
Huh?
You got Russell now. What about that?
Well, here's the thing. I like Russell Wilson and Harden. Like I would still be a Rockets fan, but I'm a Spurs fan now because Cameron
Is that right?
the drummer in my band.
Go
recorded-
Spurs, go.
Go Spurs, go! I'm a
I've
Spurs
been a
fan
Spurs fan.
because Cameron.
I got that signed. Tony
Cameron's an
Parker
Eagles
jersey.
fan now, and he's an Eagles fan. He'll wear
What
the
was he
jersey.
before?
He doesn't care about football
Okay.
because he's a big NBA guy.
So you,
So I said, well, if you cheer on the
gotta go
Eagles,
one
I'll
for
cheer
one
on the
on 'em.
Spurs.
hell yeah, dude.
So that's how it works.
there.
Yeah, go Spurs, go.
Go Spurs, go. We're not.
Fuck
We're not
Kawhi.
having a great season. Yeah, not a big fan of Kawhi.
We were
He's a
doing
baby.
good. We lost to.
All I want is that winning season. I think we have 21 years in a row to have a winning season under Popovich. So.
We have the most playoff appearances in NBA history.
Oh yeah, no doubt. I think we've
Yeah.
made the playoffs
Big Pop.
a lot of
Yeah.
those years. I don't know.
Greg Popovich, he can get mad.
Yeah.
That dude knows how
He's
to
been
get
thrown out in a
mad.
few games.
Yeah, a couple times.
That's how the first women's head coach came in because she was an assistant coach
She's
for the
good.
Spurs
She's
and
a
he
good
got thrown
coach.
out of a game. Yeah,
Yeah.
she won the G League championship last year or a few years ago. I don't know when.
She's a real good coach.
Yeah, absolutely. Jackson just texted me.
What do you say?
Oh, he sent me a TikTok, of course.
Of course.
TikTok's owned by China. Did you know that?
Yeah. So by China. Did you hear what they're doing with Google? Is that they want?
I thought they didn't have Google. I thought they had their own thing.
Well, they wanted Google to censor a bunch of stuff, in China.
Doesn't sound like Google would do that.
Yeah. Well, I think, I don't
Just
remember how it
kidding.
ended. I just know that Google, I think, was on board with it because, well, the argument was like Google's gonna do it because if they don't, then China's just gonna go make their own Google and force their citizens to use it.
Like DuckDuckGo.
Yeah.
You heard of that?
No.
That's the. We're not gonna talk about that dark web.
Yeah, you can talk about the dark web.
Can you?
If we can't, I don't.
It's not
honestly,
legal, is
I
it?
don't know what the rules are for YouTube.
Probably
you,
no
you
rules.
can't say the N word. You can't say.
What are they gonna demonetize us? Not
They'll
like we're
take you
gonna get
down.
any money from this anyways.
I might have to bleep us saying the word Nazi. You can't say Nazi.
You can't say
You
Nazi.
can't say Nazi. So I think I have to bleep this.
You're definitely not gonna be able to show things on there because they're gonna get you for copyright. That's why Joe Rogan can't do it.
Yeah. So I mean, you can show certain things. We'll see. This is gonna be hit or miss. They'll probably
Yeah.
send me an email like why I got this video
Hey,
taken
just
down.
yeah, YouTube. Just let us know.
Yeah.
we'll
As long
fix
as we stay PG, like we haven't gone off the rails about anything. I don't think. Right?
No,
I mean, we talked about the
we've
blood.
kept it. We've kept it in.
Everything has been historic.
I
like,
wanted to talk about one thing, but I held it back.
What is
Something
it?
about prairie dogs. We'll talk about it later.
Okay, we'll talk about it another time.
It's a great story.
Well, I mean, my thing is like I want to have a couple different podcasts because you can have your own. Like I said, I'm gonna leave this here.
If I do one, it's gonna be sports betting.
No, go for it.
I don't know if that'll hurt my career at all. But
Sports betting.
I'm not a degenerate by any means.
What's gonna hurt your career? I think is if we came on here and we started politicizing everything
Yeah.
and stuff
for
because
sure.
everything we're talking about is like really just kind of factual stuff.
I think
that
in
we
my
know.
industry, I align myself pretty well with the politics of most people in my industry. But
Yeah, I mean it's not about that. It's just like because everything here is just something that you can just like think about and look up later.
Yeah,
You know,
exactly.
like
Just
the Blood
come in
Eagle.
and shoot the shit a little bit.
Yeah, just have fun. Do you want me to bleep some of this out? Bleep out the cuss
I
words.
don't mind.
You didn't really. Say
I'm a
anything.
good Christian boy. I do my due diligence.
Your due diligence.
I don't care what other people think.
Yeah, we're just having fun. This is,
Yeah.
I mean, this is the whole point, is just to have fun.
People cuss. Deal
Yeah,
with it.
happens. I don't understand the thing with cuss words though. Like, who said that this word was bad? You know, I can understand
very
like
true.
I can understand racial slurs. I can like the N word.
Do
I can
you-
understand that.
I had this conversation a couple days ago. Do you think the English language will change due to like the texting language? Do you think they'll teach that eventually in English, like LOL,
No,
LMAO?
No.
I don't know.
they would never do that.
I mean, that's how language evolves. It starts off as slang. It gets used by everybody.
I don't think so.
Saying
I
that.
think that it's gonna be slang, but it'll never be taught as like official English.
Well, you
dictionary.
learn slang in English.
Well, they don't teach you the words of Shakespeare. They don't teach you how to
Well,
say.
yeah, because that's old language.
Yeah,
Where you
but-
learn new language, which is
Which is LOL and OMG.
OMG.
That's
At least
so
OMG.
like trashy. Such a whenever I see someone and they talk to me and they're like, "Oh, LOL," and they say that in real life, I'm like,
Because-
"Dude, fuck you."
Yeah.
Just laugh.
I think it'll be the last thing to change. I think school textbooks are so far behind, but
My dad said, because he's a history teacher, he said that they teach. Now they're teaching like the. I think he said. The Obama administration is in.
I was about to say I remember when we were in
textbooks
school
now.
and they taught us about 9/11,
Yeah, the Obama
and I was like,
administration.
this just happened. This is weird.
Can you
Yeah.
believe that it's been 2 decades and we've been alive? What was that thing I saw? It was 1990 is just as far away as 2050.
Ah, don't say that.
Or
It
yeah.
freaks me out. Dude, I was about to bring this up. ESPN. I hate ESPN sometimes. They just gave me an alert. Many Clemson and LSU players were born in late 90s or early 2000s. So we put their 90s pop culture knowledge to the test.
Why?
But there's 40 minutes until the national championship game, and you want to show us pop culture?
How do you feel about Billie Eilish? Speaking of,
I liked her before. Now I just feel like she's kind of a, I don't know, do her own thing. It's cool. Whatever.
she definitely has like kind of her own genre of music. I
Oh,
think.
yeah. Her music's
definitely
pretty good.
Yeah, her music's good.
Her music's something that's like I don't want to like, but it's so dang
It's
catchy.
good, yeah. Like Pitch Perfect. I don't want to like Pitch Perfect. I love Pitch Perfect. You can judge me all you want. I love Pitch Perfect.
I'm trying to think of any Pitch Perfect song. I think I do like a Pitch
Whoa,
Perfect
whoa,
song.
whoa, whoa,
The cup song,
Oh,
song
yeah.
was pretty
I
dang
still
good.
know how to do it. I learned it.
Wow,
It's a good
I
song.
lost
Anna
a little
Kendrick's,
bit of
though,
respect
I
for you
mean,
right there.
Yeah. Okay, I can get that. Bro, I'll give it all up for Anna Kendrick's.
Oh hell yes!
Anna Kendrick's
She
I
was
love
like-
you.
Yes.
Shout out.
Pro. Is it Anna Kendrick?
Pro Anna Kendrick.
Pro Anna Kendrick
Pro Anna
podcast
Kendrick, yeah.
for sure.
Fat Amy?
I hate Amy Schumer.
You don't like Amy
Not
Schumer?
Amy Sh- no, it's
That's
not
not, her name's not Amy Schumer.
Fat
Amy's the
Amy?
Australian one.
Yeah,
Amy Schumer's
Amy
the-
Oh,
Schumer's.
okay, okay,
yeah.
okay. I thought they were the same person. to be
No, Fat
honest.
Amy's different. I don't know her real name. I feel bad
I don't
calling
think I'm
her
a fan
Fat
of
Amy.
either one of
She's
them.
lost some weight. Fat
Really?
Amy, yeah.
I'm a fan of her now.
She's on
just
a.
kidding.
Well, she's not super skinny. There's this new show on National Geographic called like Brain Test or something. And it's like they got a bunch of celebrities. It's run by the
On
dude
National
from-
Geographic?
Yeah, dude, National
God.
Geographic's fun to watch.
Is it like the History Channel now, where they just show aliens and stuff that has nothing to do with
No,
history?
it's mostly like pretty informational. I mean,
Okay.
History Channel. I love the History Channel though. I'll watch that. I love.
Wow, it must be
conspiracy
nice to
stuff.
have cable, or DirecTV, or whatever
I
you
don't
have.
have.
Oh, because you live in an apartment. That's why.
I have cable.
All
I
we
just have
get
I
is-
just have a.
We
the
barely get
cable
our
router.
sports.
You have a cable router. I guarantee you probably
I'm
have.
not
cable.
paying for that.
No, it's not. It's literally a cord, and it's built into your house. And
You don't get it for free.
Yes, you do.
Do you get cable for free? No way.
You guys don't have the little thing.
I know it's called like a D.
If you
DV
have that,
something
you
cable.
just get the cable, and you just plug that
But
in.
you have to pay for
No.
that. I swear you do.
No.
'Cause we.
You're thinking of a cable box. You have to pay for a cable box,
Mhm.
but you don't have to pay for like cable.
So what does the cable box do?
I don't know. It gives you more channels. I'll show you, because I don't pay for cable.
So do you just get like a basically what the free satellite channels are?
Yeah. So
oh, I guess that kind of makes sense.
you get the cable TV. You
We'll
get
see.
like the football games. Your
I'll be
Fox.
honest. I have no idea.
I'll show you.
We cut the cord a long time ago.
Or you can get the antenna. You can just get an antenna and it just
Yeah, no,
hooks in.
I'm not.
It's like $15.
Nah.
Not per month, just a one-time payment.
I
It's-
just
you
I
go
just
get it
don't
at
want to
Walmart.
have an antenna. I don't trust antennas.
It's a mini antenna. You won't even see it.
It's listening.
Dude, I have the Google Home Mini.
Oh, from Spotify?
It's listening. I swear.
Oh yeah, for
I've
sure.
had.
I
ever
was gonna get it. Yeah, I got the email and then I was like, this probably isn't a good idea.
I have had a couple of my accounts hacked.
Oh my
ever
god.
since I got the
Yeah, I got a login of my Facebook in Brazil
Yeah,
yesterday,
my Facebook got.
and then my Instagram
Your
always
Instagram
gets
password.
like
So
get
it's not
logged out,
just
and I
you
look,
guys,
and
okay.
it says I log in Russia,
Yeah, I had
and it's
that
always a
happen.
different city in Russia. I'm like, so it's obviously a VPN, but
Someone
Stop
hacked
messing
my
with me.
Spotify. Ever since I got Google Home, someone hacked my Spotify. Someone tried to log into my Facebook.
it doesn't help that I pretty much use the same password for everything.
Yeah,
But
me too. Now I changed them all though. So hey, if you're looking out there,
change your passwords.
change
people.
them all. I just do the MacBook suggested password, and it's like just like.
Oh
this.
no, that's exactly what they want you to do.
Oh really? You think
I
so?
don't know. I just assume so.
Cybersecurity company this summer. We had like a whole training seminar. That was like our first.
Protect
first
your
day
dang passwords.
First day or second day, it was all about just like protecting yourself and like doing stuff to better like equip yourself to knowing what to do in those situations.
Wow.
Like
So
phishing
easy to get
emails,
hacked.
There was
all those things with like phishing emails, like anything like somewhat suspicious, report it. Even if
there was
it's-
some TikTok I saw, and it was you could go to like you could type in a website, and then it was like a specific website, and then like any combination of 4 letters or numbers, and it would give you a random like that person's screenshots of Snapchat.
What?
Yeah. So like you couldn't like find who it was, but you just saw their screenshots. I looked at the comments and there were so many comments talking about the ones that they looked up and how crazy they were, but I never looked it up because I was like, this doesn't seem right.
Bro, the invasion of it makes me want to pull a Ron Swanson.
Yeah.
Like the invasion of privacy nowadays is.
Dude, shout out to
unreal.
what's his real? Is it Ron Swanson?
His
his
real
real
name?
name?
I don't know.
Nick Offerman. Yeah, he's got a badass wood shop.
in his
There's a
house.
good video on it.
Is
on
he
YouTube.
like? Is he like?
I think he's
He
like
is. He
somewhat
is
similar to
Ron Swanson. Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
I think it's not like a super.
A cooler, less like asshole version of Ron
Well, last time I
Swanson.
saw him, he had dreads. So or
Really?
he had cornrows.
He might be like kind of an
He's like a
Austinite
comedian.
person.
He's a comedian too, for sure.
Oh, really?
Yeah, he's a funny comedian. That's a good.
Is he?
It was on Netflix. I don't know if it still is, but yeah.
I
a
just
good
recently
special.
finished Parks and Rec. That's a good show.
I never really got into Parks and Rec. I definitely watched a lot of it, but I never watched the whole thing. Whereas like The Office, I think I'm about to start my 5th time watching it through.
I can't watch it again. I tried last
Really?
week, and it's
I
just,
start
it's
at
so
like
cringy
season
now.
3 or 4.
I love The
I
Office,
can't
but
start at
it's
the
just
beginning.
yeah, that's what I'm doing. As I start at the beginning, and it's so cringy.
No, can't start at the beginning.
You gotta let them get
And that's
into
why I
it.
hate when I like you tell people to watch The Office and they're like, I started it, I didn't like it. I'm like, just start at season 2. You're not gonna miss anything. Start at season 3.
There'll be some stuff with
Well,
Jan,
season 1.
Season
Jim,
1 was bad.
Jim moves to.
and all that stuff with Jan. With
You
Michael
you
too,
catch up
they
with them
start
pretty
having
quick.
sex.
It's all pointless, really.
Yeah.
yeah,
Just,
it's
like,
a good show
backstory
though.
stuff.
It's definitely more realistic.
You know who created that show?
Who?
Ricky Gervais, the
Did
Golden
he?
Globe guy.
Really?
He created all the
It's
UK
the original one's like English.
Yeah,
He's
the
in
UK.
it.
It's so
He's the
bad.
boss in it.
It's so bad. The UK
Yeah,
one.
it's awful.
It's like there's like 3 episodes.
Oh God, I didn't know it was that bad.
I saw this. They're saying McGregor's expected to make like 80 million against Cerrone.
Oh my god, I would get my
He
ass
got-
kicked for 80
He
million.
got 50 against Khabib.
Yeah, well, Nick Sandman got 275 million for getting his ass kicked by CNN.
verbally.
Verbally, not even
slandered.
literally.
Would you get roundhouse kicked to the dome for 80
Yes.
million?
Absolutely.
Yeah, no doubt, no
Oh,
doubt.
100 times, yes.
If I could land on like that mat, not on like concrete. If I could land on the mat.
No, you gotta land on concrete.
Yeah, if you land on concrete,
All right, I'm
that
gonna
might be
die.
permanent damage.
I'd
But
do it.
still, you have $100 million to fix it.
100 mil.
Going to a coma.
I would do it for
I'd probably do it for like
if
8
it were
grand.
a one roundhouse kick on soft ground. I'd do it for $100. $100 right now. That would be great content.
I,
I feel bad if I like broke your jaw or something.
Would you kick me that hard? You're my friend, dude.
I mean,
is your leg strength that?
I'm pretty confident in my kicking abilities.
I haven't. I don't know how
I've
to
been
kick.
doing it for a long time.
Yeah, you
Not
gotta,
like-
you
not
got.
like
I've seen you.
consistent. I just like.
We played hacky sack this weekend. He can get his leg up there. He's got like the head drop and everything.
I got weird flex.
He can really do it.
It's just I think from always like sparring and stuff with my dad, like us always like rolling around and stuff, like jujitsu and stuff. Just whenever we had the chance,
Yeah.
it just kept me get my limbs all loose.
I don't want to fight you.
If we
Got
go
good.
on
I got good ligaments.
You fight Jackson. Look, all you out there, if you're trying to fight Jackson and you see him stretch, you're
Didn't
fucked.
y'all two box?
me and Jake did.
I'd
Yeah,
box
that's right.
Phil.
Oh, those are good times.
Well, I guess my parents are gonna find out about that since their podcast,
that
since they're
was,
listening
like,
to
Was
it.
that your house one?
Yeah, they still don't
That
know.
was over 30 years ago. It's not like we
Yeah.
were betting on it.
Connor sent me the video of me coming in with your boxing gloves on and like your robe on, but to the dun, 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 dun.
I remember
to
y'all
Rocky
played that. You
music.
called me the Italian Stallion. I was like,
Yeah.
I'm trying to fight Phil. Y'all instigated that too because Phil didn't even talk shit.
Oh no, absolutely. And
didn't know
Phil, he wanted to be a part of it. He was
Gave him a
down.
nickname in that-
There was mutual consent.
I gave him a nickname in that fight. I will not repeat on air. I'll do it off air.
Yeah, let's not repeat anything that's gonna get us in trouble.
Yeah, off high school again. Jesus.
Yeah, dude.
I think
God.
he's about to graduate though.
And
High school.
I think he's
not to be another Joe Rogan fanboy, but
I'm a
that
huge
dude's
fanboy.
got a kick. He apparently
You
kicked
see the
harder
video-
than a
Practicing
actual
guy who punched
kickboxer.
Did
Yeah,
you see the
he has-
videos of him knocking dudes out as a kid?
Yeah, yeah,
He was
like a
"Oh,
couple
he's a
seconds.
Yeah. Joe Rogan. Kind of. I love you.
Out cold.
No homo.
We will have you on the show.
Oh yeah.
Never be good enough for Joe Rogan. He
Yeah, Joe
really,
Rogan
man,
did
he
one.
really
I've
trailblazed.
been a fanboy for life.
Really
Joe.
trailblazed the podcast.
He's been doing it for a long, long
I've been
time.
listening to you. I grew up listening to you on the UFC, Joe.
Yeah.
You know,
You shaped
A lot of people
shaped
do.
my childhood.
podcast is like the Wild West, but you know what's like still the real Wild West? Twitch, bro. Twitch
Really?
streams. Yes, dude. I was on there.
I did not know that.
I saw a dude
I
doing an
thought people
IRL.
got put off immediately whenever they were like showed some cleavage.
No,
What's her name
no,
from-
no, no. You go look. No, they're
You talking
naked.
About, you talking about Krennikov?
Yeah, Corinne
No, they're
Cole.
naked on Twitch.
What?
They're okay. They're not naked, but they're painting. They're naked and they have like the Mandalorian painting of them, like they painted armor on and like their tits are out.
I'm not into that.
That's weird, but they're doing it. But like that's the Wild West, bro. I saw an
And
IRL
there's
of
probably
this dude
some
cooking
freaks
chicken wings.
donating to those girls
Oh,
all
they're
their
making
money.
so
and,
much
like,
money for that. They're making so much money. They'll just sit on
Scumbags.
there and they'll talk, and you know they'll be wearing those outfits, and you'll see like
They don't
$100
do
subs.
anything, they
they
just-
don't do anything. They just answer questions.
It's like private Snapchat.
Yeah, it's crazy.
So
And
they don't even play video games.
No, some of them don't even play video games.
They just sit there and like basically Omegle.
Yeah, and you'll
Yeah.
see their top stream is
Yeah.
like their top donation is like $500, and people
Oh,
are just giving them money.
What
Just
the-
like
Yeah.
What kind of person? Why do you have so much money to spend on that?
weirdos.
I don't think some of them are like that rich. I think they're just that desperate.
Oh, I would maybe donate to Dr. Disrespect.
Harvey's
about it.
donated a couple times.
Yeah.
He's gotten a shout out from Dr. D.
Oh really?
Jeez.
Met Dr. D.
Dr. D, Dr. D.
Dr. Disrespect. Didn't someone like shoot his house up?
Yeah.
What?
Yeah,
Either like try to break in or like shot at
they
his
did a
house.
drive-by.
Yeah.
He had to stop his Twitch stream. He said someone's shooting at my house, I think, and then he quit it.
That was,
He does it at his house? I thought he did it at a...
No,
That was
it
his
doesn't have
house.
his house.
Wow.
He does it all himself. That Alex guy is just his little character that he adds.
Yeah, I knew that.
Everything's all by
He does all the editing and yeah.
Yeah.
Crazy.
Talent. Some
Dr. D,
people.
That's
baby.
not talent. That's just
Some
being
people's
driven.
kids.
I think being talented at video games is a real thing. Definitely
Yeah.
nowadays. Like
I
Overwatch,
suck at video
people
games.
are making millions of dollars playing Overwatch. They do the world
Oh.
tournaments.
That kid who won the Fortnite tournament.
Yeah. They did the research on viewers for the Overwatch tournament, the national championship between like all the countries. It was more than the Super Bowl.
Yeah.
Yeah, they had more views than the Super Bowl in Overwatch.
Yeah.
I did not know that.
Yeah, yeah.
Wow.
I think
Worldwide, because it's world. Everybody watches, like just kids all around the world. Any kid with like some kind of internet connection
yeah, they're watching it. They're
has
watching
some
it.
kind of spare
Yeah.
time. Either sports
Well,
or come back.
The FIFA World Cup Championship, that's got to be more watched than...
No, it was more watched. The Overwatch.
FIFA World Cup, I feel like once it gets to those two teams, it's just those, mainly just those two countries.
That is true.
I watched France play. No,
I'm
but
trying
yeah.
to... What is the most like worldwide...
It was like Korea or Japan has been running train on the Overwatch League, and they make millions of dollars. Each person gets like millions of dollars, and it's like a 5-person team. Same thing
Oh
with
my
Cisco
gosh.
or
what are we doing with our
Counter-Strike.
lives? Coming out here
Counter-Strike
trying to
gets
make
more views than the Super
5
Bowl. I
people's
think.
salaries.
Yeah, I don't know what's going on, man. The Super Bowl is actually a very specific demographic nowadays.
Yeah.
That's
Just
true.
Mostly a lot of America, pretty much. So
You know what sucks now is the Super Bowl commercials.
They used to
They've
be
been
so good.
declining each year.
Doritos commercials used to slap.
I know, and
Tide
some of
used
them
to
used to be
be
so
good.
edgy and miss it.
If Green
The
Bay,
GoDaddy commercials.
oh the
GoDaddy
GoDaddy,
GoDaddy didn't give
Danica,
a
is it
flying
Danica
fuck.
Patrick?
They didn't give a Frenchman's fuck on those Super Bowl commercials. They paid millions and millions of dollars just to throw on some bullshit. It was awesome.
That's
Yeah.
how puberty started for me. I think was watching the
GoDaddy.
GoDaddy
Danica
commercials.
Patrick in the shower and stuff like that.
I had no idea what the hell GoDaddy even was. I
Yeah,
just
it
knew
was
they
a
had some
website
kinky
site?
commercials.
They were doing websites. I
Yeah,
had
it's
no idea.
it's a website to make websites.
Yeah.
Helps you, like, format their websites for their business.
I was making a website for this, and it took me to GoDaddy. I was like, this is what it is.
Really?
Yeah. It's crazy. No, they've definitely gone down. But can you imagine the commercials that will come out if Aaron Rodgers and Patrick Mahomes play each other?
Farm.
The State Farm
We'll
Bowl.
get jizzed on by State Farm. They'll be like,
Oh my
"Here
God,
y'all
dude.
go." Every commercial will at least get one.
The NFL
Yeah.
got paid by State Farm if that happens. It's paid off.
That's
That
probably
game,
true.
Seahawks Packers game was a fraud.
They had to have done that. Like they had to have had that in mind. Like these two quarterbacks could play each other in the Super Bowl. They're both really good teams.
The Packers this year they have their point
He's such a
differential.
3D
They're
chess
like,
move.
they're like 13-3 or 13-4.
14-3 now,
after
right?
Winning last night, they have their point differential is negative throughout the whole season. They've scored less than they've given up.
Yeah.
Right? And they're in the NFC Championship.
I think I don't know what the stat is, but they for a long time in the season they averaged like 3 or 7 points in the first half, like something really
They were just
god
winning
awful.
something.
They win ugly. That's all that matters.
They're good at winning ugly.
Hey, this is football, baby. Do what you gotta do, brother.
You win in the trenches. That's how you do it.
A W is a W.
Yeah.
Is a W.
How much time until kickoff?
Oh, we got 25 minutes.
You want to just call it?
Yep.
It's been fun. We were talking about 2.5 hours almost.
Well, I think.
All right.